All right. What's up? Good evening. Let's kill some zombies or get killed by some zombies.
School is in
Let's
session.
get jump scared.
Wow! We have only just a bit longer until
We're finally at day 70. Although at this rate, those zombies might take us out before we can save humanity. We continued puzzling over how to solve our new problem that morning until we heard shouting.
Everyone! It's Ema!
An ashen-faced Shoma suddenly charged in from the hallway.
What happened to Ema?
He went up to the roof by himself. Wait, what? Wait, to look for Kako? I saw him leaving in his class armor, so I called out to him. And he said he was going to get Kako back. That's seriously bad news! Is he going to break the lock we put on the roof door?
That moron! And you, Shoma, why didn't you stop him?
I tried, but he shoved me away with incredible force. He can't possibly take on that many zombies by himself. We have to go drag him back. I took out my infuser and was about to transform when someone stopped me. You'd just be wasting your time creating more zombies. Get out of my way, Kulala. Every second we waste here puts Ema in even greater danger. You're not thinking straight, Takumi. There's no guarantee we can beat them even if everyone joined the fight. We might just end up making things worse. I, too, object to your going. Why should you die for nothing?
It's not nothing. Don't you guys want to save Ema? Of course we do, but we gotta think about the risks.
I don't care. If there's even the slightest chance I can save him, I'll do it. We have protagonist protection. Oh, and it's fine, Bob. Takumi, wait. I ignored my team's protests and charged down the hallway. Takumi, wait. I'm coming with you. Nozomi, are you sure? Yes, I can't let Ema die without doing anything. Okay, then let's go together. Ema, please be all right. We transformed into our class armor and quickly made our way up to the roof. If we're not fine, then that means we just get to go on a different route, right? Upon arriving at the roof, we were confronted by an utterly unbelievable sight. If this unbelievable sight is Ema dying, then I don't know. It doesn't seem too unbelievable to me. Well, just saying, is it really that unbelievable? Takumi's not a very creative person, I feel like. Ema was lying on his back in a pool of crimson blood. It was pouring out of what seemed to be a bite wound on his neck.
Ema!
He didn't react to my call. He was too far gone to be revived. No. Hiroko and Kako, hey, don't you recognize us? I don't think they do. They've also been completely zombified. I prepared myself for this possibility, but it still hurt to see them like that. Did Ema pass away in despair after laying eyes on the zombie Kako? Or was he happy to be able to hold Kako in his arms again, no matter what form she was in? Oh, and it's that guy. Hey, watch out, Takumi. Eito leapt at me with tremendous speed. I barely managed to evade his bite. The zombies moved incredibly fast, launching themselves at us with loud, feral cries. I knew they had superhuman strength, but I never expected that to extend to their jump speed, too. We should retreat for now, Nozomi. Okay. We hurriedly ran back into the school building and locked the door with a new lock. No, I guess that wasn't possible. We didn't bring another lock with us. Oh no, the zombies! Our former friends had broken down the unlocked door to the roof and were now chasing us further into the building. To be fair, they might have broken down the door even if we hadn't come here to check on Emo, right? Just keep running. The way... Huh? Oh, elevated heartbeat. I assumed that was going to be Moko running by. We might have had like enough time to guess not. I guess we just do that to be safe. We can only hide in the boys' room. Is she not faster than the other ones? Maybe I'm just imagining things. Wait, where's Nozomi? Dead. Oh! Oh, we're at... Okay. Nozomi, are you okay? Yeah, more or less. Our frenzied running brought us to the hallway of the first floor, but there was no time to even take a breather. Eek! Oh no, Nozomi! My body moved on its own even before my mind could register Hiroko's sudden appearance. Listen, I think the script says ga ga ga.
Get away!
Takumi!
Stay away, Nozomi! Just keep running!
I strained myself to keep Hiroko's teeth from sinking into my neck while shouting for Nozomi to escape.
I can't just...
Yes, you can! Now, go!
I can't hold her back. She's gonna bite me. Nozomi!
I'll lure her away! You get going, Takumi!
Suspicious Nozomi again? What are you saying? No, don't do it! I can't leave Nozomi on her own. I have to go after her. Are we... The fact that the doors are now working this way? Okay, so we're here. She got to the 3rd floor. Are you kidding me? I can't fast travel, right? Okay. Where did all the zombies go, huh? Yeah, this is fast. Or it should be fast. Where did they go? As I was searching desperately for the missing Nozomi, a figure came within view. Nozomi! Excuse me, have you suddenly gone blind? You guys weren't coming back, so I came all this way to look for you. Did you get lost or something? Kulala, have you seen Nozomi anywhere? No, I haven't. Don't tell me you guys got separated. Yes, and right now the zombies are... Eep. Oh, wait, what's going on? Over here, Kulala, quick.
What?
Shoot, this side too? We were sandwiched between Moko and Kako. There was nowhere for us to run. All the windows along the hallway were outfitted with iron grates. Except those windows there. We don't talk about those. What now? You had better do something about this. Okay, it's do or die time. I ran toward the window, Moko coming after me with inhuman speed. Once I was within range, she raised her arms, but before she could attack me, I turned around and... Is this Sekiro, the Robert's father part? Now's my chance. I broke the window along with the iron grate, causing Moko to stagger. Once she did, I took the opportunity to kick her on the back with every ounce of strength I could muster. Wait, I thought... Oh, whatever. She fell through the window down to the courtyard just as I had hoped she would. Her head was unharmed, so she probably didn't die, but it was enough. Kulala! I quickly turned back to help Kulala with zombie Kako. But it was too late. Or it's fine.
Kurata!
Get away from her! Grab my hand and start running. I bolted, half dragging Kulala along with me. This is bad. She's been bitten. We have to hurry and get her treated. We ran around in blind panic until we managed to shake off Kako and return to the metal shop.
Huh?
You're finally back, Takumi. We all thought you were done for. What a relief. And Kulala's back too, huh? Where did Nozomi go? Talk more later. We need to treat Kulala first. I'll be fine. Leave me alone. Are you injured? Let me see. I told you I'm fine. Don't touch me with your contemptible hands. She's hiding something. Hey, did you? No, stop! Lady Kulala, is this? It's a bite mark. You were bitten by a zombie? She'll be fine. This is that one moment in Until Dawn where like we either shoot the gun or not, you know? This isn't funny, man. Now you're infected with the zombie virus.
Yeah.
Wait, Kulala's not dead. If we just treat her injury.
For now, yeah, but you can't guarantee she's gonna stay sane forever. Sorry, but I ain't letting you keep her here.
It is with great bitterness of heart that I must declare the Holy Jumanji Sword and I are in agreement. Come on, we're her friends. We'll treat her injury, of course, but without an antidote, we can't let her stay here. Yeah, it may be better to quarantine her to avoid unnecessary risks. I'm so sorry, even though a mud-eating pig like me deserves to be quarantined more than you. Should we put her in that weird room on the first floor? The door's pretty tough, and we can lock it from the outside. The room with the strange devices from when we were at Kamukura General Hospital. That place is definitely much better than a cage. Put me in there with her. It's my fault she was bitten to begin with, recklessly running off to the roof like that. No, Takumi, just let me wait it out alone. But now that the zombies have gotten inside, we can't leave you by yourself.
Wait, the zombies are inside now? You didn't tell us about that.
Well, I explained what had happened to everyone. How Ima had already been killed. How the zombies flooded into the school and how I got separated from Nozomi, who is now missing.
This is exactly why I told you not to go up there. Now this whole thing's shot to hell.
I know. What happened to Nozomi and Kulala is my fault. So I'll find Nozomi, whatever it takes, and after that, I'll join Kulala in the quarantine room. Takumi. But without Sir Takumi, we would all be in hot soup if anything should happen. No need to worry about that. There's no way I'm letting him stay with me. Who knows what sort of perverse acts he'll force me to perform when we're alone in that room. I demand you all to take me there right now before he starts getting ideas. No time for dawdling. Kulala, wait, hey! In the end, Kulala was locked up in the mysterious room on the first floor after receiving some basic treatment for her wounds. She kept talking tough as usual, but nobody knew what kind of face she was making underneath her mask.
I'm so sorry this had to happen, Kurata. I'll come check on you again.
I spoke to Kurata through the door while making sure it was properly locked. She didn't say a word in response. Listen, guys, we can't use the Revivomatic in this timeline because we're dumb. Just like how in one timeline we had the smartass syndrome, in this time we have the zombie intelligence syndrome, okay? When zombies show up in a story, our intelligence has to meet that of a zombie apocalyptic level of thinking. We become dumb. We don't care about regular use. When zombies are involved or possible infections, we're dumb. We became dumb again. Sir Takumi, you have returned. Besides, the separation here is not going to end up with her becoming a zombie. It's so she can disappear and everyone's freaked out. Or, yeah, I don't know. That's my assumption of why they're separating her at this point. Or having the suspense of, oh, she's not dead. She's not a zombie. Yeah, I put her in the room like you all wanted. Now I'm going to go look for Nozomi. Huh? You mean now? By yourself? Now's the best time. I didn't sense any zombies nearby when I was in the halls. But what if you run into them while you're out here or there? It might be safe if you're only going out for a short time, but it's too dangerous to wander around for very long. Lady Tsubasa speaks truth. Do not forget what happened to Sir Ima. I know it's risky, but I have to help her no matter what. I tried to push away my friends and stop them from holding me back. All of a sudden, a hand appeared from behind me and put my neck in a chokehold. Takemaru, I was careless. The hold tightened until I couldn't breathe. Soon I found my consciousness slipping away. So who thinks that Nozomi is the one that got into the safe house, or the... Let me rephrase that. I don't know if You know what? The ending of Route 1, or the first game, quote unquote, maybe doesn't support this theory. But what if Kadoa and Nozomi are different people? Identical, though. Clones, or whatever. I don't know. And what if Nozomi is evil? I know I was already talking about my idea that Kadoa and Nozomi, if they are the same person, Nozomi is like the evil side of the personality or something. And maybe they're like, I don't know. I just keep thinking about Kay. That's who I keep thinking about.
Sorry, man, but it's lights out for you.
Sir Takumi's eyes rolled up into the back of his head. Is he still alive?
Yeah, just out cold. He just needs to stop fussing like a brat, at least for today.
He does tend to get carried away when it comes to Nozomi. Yeah, I remember talking about that possibility, and it's like I don't necessarily think there's anything that rules out the potential that like Nozomi is a. I think the only thing that makes me less what's the word I'm looking for? Less faithful in that, because I felt that way for like a good portion of the first route, we'll say. But I think Nozomi talking about remembering the times she spent with Taki at the end of that route really that was like really a curveball into a lot of my theories. Oh, so I have no idea. It was early morning the next day when I opened my eyes. I slipped out to look for Nozomi while the others were still sleeping, but time just went by fruitlessly. I couldn't find her anywhere. I think that Nozomi is in the freezer right now, though. Whether or not she went there by her own choice, like, I'm not certain of. But if Takumi can't find her there, or like in the school, that's like the easiest place she could be. And in this route, Nozomi potentially killed Moko as well, or got Moko killed. Difference being that, like, you know, yeah, I don't know. I still think the whole prologue thing was a fabricated memory when the kids are in cryosleep just to motivate them to fight. Could be at this point. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. The freezer with the liver mortis code is where I'm thinking she is right now. There is the possibility that she's in the escape shuttle room too. But well, I don't know. The reason I was thinking like the freezer basement area that we saw in the mystery route was because she disappeared on the first floor, and that's also where Moko was separated from from Nozomi and Takumi. So that's why I'm thinking it's just like the easiest explanation. It'd be the first floor, whereas the gym. Wait, which floor is the gym on? If the gym's on the second floor, which I think is the case, but now I'm doubting myself. I think the courtyard's on the second floor. Oh, Tenkai, Tiff's asking what part is fake memories. Tenkai thinks that the prologue before day one and all of like the dreams are fake memories. That like they're all essentially being brainwashed to force them to fight or motivate them to fight. So everyone has like a fake background or fake, maybe not entirely fake, but like a fake history. That's Tenkai's theory. Which, funny enough, sounds a lot like another Danganronpa game, if you know what I'm talking about. But I will know that if that is Tiffany brings up a good point. Because if that is the case, they do a really bad job of making up a motivation for Group A, because Group A doesn't want to fight at all, right? You only have Killing Game Girl, Takemaru, Takumi, and Hiruko who initially want to fight, or are willing to fight. Another day gone. My mind was so focused on Nozomi that I didn't have leeway to do anything else. But I do think it's possible, like, if we're looking specifically at Nozomi/Kaluwa and Takumi, there could definitely be some plausibility there. My mind was so focused on Nozomi that I didn't have leeway to do anything else. It's my fault. She's gone because she tried to protect me. I didn't want Nozomi to end up sacrificing herself for me like Hiruko did. Although I wanted to go out to look for her again, I knew the others wouldn't allow it. Listen, whenever you say Hitler Jr., I just immediately think of this other creator named Oni, and like the ridiculous hypotheticals about what would you do if you had a cloned Hitler, and then they get into discussions about what if it's a baby Hitler, or what if it's just a regular aged Hitler but a small Hitler clone. What would you do with it, huh? Are you okay, Takumi? You're so pale. Fine, thanks. I've got a lot on my mind, that's all. I'm worried about Nozomi too, you know? I just have no idea what I can do to help. Kyoshka and I did some searching of our own when we took food to Kurala just now, but we didn't find anything. How's Kulala holding up? It didn't seem like anything's changed. I don't think she's turned into a zombie yet.
Huh?
Hey, if she's still fine after an entire day, shouldn't we let her out?
You mean it's only been a day? Too soon to say for sure if she's in the clear.
Yeah, who knows if she'll turn into a zombie after this? Then how long are we going to keep her locked up like an animal? All the way till day 100? But please calm down. Nobody said anything about keeping her inside that long. I'm just worried about leaving her alone. I don't want to lose another friend. I won't be able to take it. Have you been listening to yourself, you obstinate oaf? Can you not step out of your cramped little mind for a moment? If we fall here, it's the end of humanity as we know it. Well, you're the ones not seeing things from my point of view here. How can we, when it's even harder to decipher than abstract mathematics? Stop it, you two. This isn't the time to be fighting among ourselves. Please, Takumi, you need to cool your head. You're supposed to be our leader, so please. It could also be that the memories of people are just modified enough to try and motivate them. But I don't know. The one thing that still stands out to me is the fact that none of these people seem to know each other, and at least some of, well, Ima and Kako like are the exception. But it felt like it was important enough for the characters to acknowledge that it was weird that they had never met each other before. And it seems like not a whole lot of connection in general has been made when it comes to the Tokyo residential complex. Like, really the only thing that we know is that Nozomi was caught off guard by the institute that Shoma talked about having memories with, which also happened to be the one point in time that he, remembered being with everyone else within the group. -1. But he doesn't know that.
If you ask me, you both need cooler heads. So just go catch some Z's or something.
We all went to bed in a tense, unpleasant atmosphere. But I didn't sleep. I simply held my breath and lay in bed waiting. I waited until I could tell everyone else had fallen asleep before quietly sneaking out. Kulala, are you awake? If you are, then talk to me, please. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it was. You couldn't see Moko, but I think that's because we hadn't had the reveal of Moko. She was like a shaded figure in the screenshots. What are you doing here in the middle of the night? I'll kill you if you try to touch me inappropriately. That's not it. I promised to come check on you again, so here I am. Sorry it took so long. The others wouldn't let me out of their sight. How are you feeling? Anything out of the ordinary? Not that I'm aware of, although my mood has never been worse. Right. If you stay healthy, we should be able to release you from quarantine soon. Just bear with it a little while longer. I'll try my hardest to convince the others, too. What are you actually up to? I see no reason for you to be so concerned about my well-being. Do you want me to owe you a favor so you can extort a large sum of money from me later? Can you stop being so obtuse for just 1 minute? You came out looking for me, Nozomi and me because you were worried about us, right? It's the same feeling that keeps me coming back here. I'll never truly know stupidity. I never truly knew stupidity until I saw you. What? What? Hey, I'm trying to be nice here. Your voice is grating on my nerves, so get lost already. You slipped out without telling anyone, right? Don't get me involved in your shenanigans when they find out. Fine, I'll come check on you again. Good night. All things considered, I was glad Kulala was still herself. I quietly crept back to the metal shop in relief. This time I fell asleep for real.
Get ready, prepare to be ready to give your life.
Morning. I felt like sleeping in longer, but I could hardly do that when Nozomi was still out there by herself. Just as I was trying to get out of bed. The sudden blaring of the alarm blew away all traces of sleep out of my head.
Intruder, defective.
An attack first thing in the morning? Whatever happened to neighborly courtesy?
We'd better be ready for what's coming to them. Let's get out there and fight, y'all.
Right, prepare to engage the enemy. Can't we pit the zombies and invaders against each other or something? Wouldn't that be the dream? For now, let's face reality and get ready to fight. I'm ready. We'll stop them somehow. Okay, everyone, here we go. Defensive battle initiate. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I think it would be hard to execute. Oh, by the way, there are going to be so few people in this animation now, in this video. I feel like that is the fallback plan, though, is that if there's some story reason we can't keep them from entering the school, you just let you take down the barrier manually and let the invaders deal with the zombies in the hallways, right? But we also got to the defense or the briefing room, the mission briefing room, without any problem, apparently. Oh, we only have to do one side. The game is taking pity on the player. I guess we have already had this fight. And I think this might be the one without a commander.
Is it over?
Wait!
Never mind.
Isn't that their Supreme Commander over there?
Vile, barbaric invaders. You should consider it an honor that I deign to speak to you like this.
Vashness.
Surrender, and allow me to devour you. If you do that, I will make your deaths quick and painless. Continue to defy me, however, and I will do everything in my power to ensure your final moments are filled with unimaginable agony.
Your words are laughable. We will fight tirelessly for the sake of humanity.
That's right! I ain't gonna let myself get eaten by the likes of you.
I see. Then I need not hold myself back, as I indulge in the entertainment this war brings me.
What's she talking about?
Sorry, I'm just making sure. I'm reading some of this dialogue, rereading some of it.
Futurum will be at peace when my superior self ascends to godhood. And only then.
I think that's the first time we've heard Futurum.
And to do that, I must devour all of you and make your power my own. This war will only end when one side is completely annihilated.
Not like this!
No!
These voices are coming from those invaders?
Don't take them seriously. They're just trying to distract us.
We didn't kill him. Good work. No one died. Good work.
Yes, very Very good. The grand finale is drawing near. Our next battle will be our last. Until next time, vile invaders.
After the fight, we dragged your tired bodies back to the school. The final battle was drawing closer, but there was something else we had to figure out before that, namely the cause of the zombification and how to prevent it. The school would be wiped out long before Vishness got to us if we didn't resolve that first. The fact that Nozomi was still missing was making me more and more impatient too. Listen, if we find like a cure, well, quote unquote cure.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for your prepare to be ready to get.
I thought it was a weird thing happening, but no. I woke up to the usual morning announcement and a heavy head. I should get up. My entire body felt sluggish, likely still tired from yesterday's body, but I had to go look for Nozomi. And I could only do that by slipping out without anyone noticing me. My stomach hurts, need the bathroom. I stood up, changed into my class armor, and walked toward the door nonchalantly. Good. Now I'd be able to do my own thing. I put the hand on the door, and guess what? It's time for people to come out. Hold it right there. Kyoshiko, what do you want? Can it wait? I cannot allow you to leave by yourself. If you must go, then I shall accompany you. To the boys' bathroom? Communal urination suits me just fine. You can't do that. Get out of my way. Then tell me why you're in your class armor. It's because you intend to search for Lady Nozomi, isn't it? I'm not. Don't think for a moment that I worry any less for Lady Nozomi than you, but you must also consider the enemy before us. Think about Vishness. We cannot lose more men if we wish to beat her. Surely you understand that. I do. I completely understand, but you can't just ask me to give up. And we're not going to resolve the zombie problem by holing up in this place. Hey, cool it, you two. You're gonna attract all the zombies in hearing range. Oh, right. Sorry for yelling. Look, I get what you're feeling, but Kyoshika's right. We can't lose any more soldiers. If you really have to go out and look for Nozomi, take someone with you. We'll be keeping a lookout here as well. How's that sound? I'll go to the library after delivering breakfast to Kulala. Maybe I can find something zombie-related there that can help us out. Ooh, can I come along? I've been told I make a fairly sturdy stepladder. In the end, the whole day went by without me being able to accomplish much. The unholy mix of frustration and restlessness from having my movements restricted was slowly making my anger boil over. Before long, it was night. Everyone was doing their own thing until bedtime. Why can't I seem to fix this thing? Gaku was tinkering with some kind of mechanical device. What are you doing over there?
Yeah.
Trying to fix the organic life detection device. Tsubasa said it was damaged. If I can get it to work, we'll be able to know how Nozomi's faring and get a better grasp on things, right? It's not going to be easy. We can't get the necessary parts because of the current situation. Haven't you heard of percussion maintenance? I do it to the TV at home all the time, like this. If it starts working, this'll be great. Gaku hit the device hard and caused a shrill beeping sound to ripple through the room. Don't do that. Uh-oh, what do I do now? Stop the sound, the zombies will hear it. The only way to do that is completely destroy the device. Tsubasa retrieved a hammer and was about to hit the device when... Oh no, Gaku. Damn it, Gaku. Only Takumi's allowed to Fonzie it. Eek! The zombies are here! 6 zombies suddenly appeared. including one that was once Ima.
Yeah, run everyone, run!
Run where?
Wow. Wow! Cover your eyes and ears! A few seconds after Tsubasa said that.
Yikes, why is it so bright?
Run while you can! Everyone fled from the room while the zombies were recoiling. I was about to run out as well when I noticed a figure curled up in front of the door. Kyoshka, are you okay? I tripped and fell, that's all. Get outside quickly, Sir Takumi. Not without you. Come on, let's go together. We've been surrounded. Fortunately, the locker was right behind me. I immediately took the power saw out of it. We can't possibly take on so many zombies at once. Transform into your class armor, Kyoshka. We're gonna bulldoze our way through. Oh, shit! I was reading your message, Tiff, and I got caught off guard. Does the screen keep kind of going dim for you or going black quickly? It's not right now. I'll keep my eye on it, though. Wait, am I supposed to be killing them? I don't know. Huh? That kind of caught me off guard. Good, I can handle just one. Sorry, Dadomi, I'm really sorry. I braced myself and pointed the power saw at the approaching Dadomi. The blade of the power saw went right through her body, and I felt it hit bone.
Lady Tarumi!
We were stunned and stood before the motionless Dadomi for a while. The gym was filled with nothing but the sound of Kyoshka's sobbing. Then I heard it. Footsteps getting closer to us from behind. I turned around and my eyes widened.
Nozomi?
Well, shit. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'm sorry for doubting you. Has it gone black again? Or, like, done anything weird for you, Tiff?
Nozomi! Thank goodness!
Like, wait, did I just do
You're
that?
still alive!
Or that? I don't think it happened for me. Hold on. Oh yeah, I should be checking YouTube and seeing if that does it. And it's not me switching to the menu or the log, right? Okay, well, I'll keep my eye on the YouTube. The YouTube. Tears welled up in my eyes and distorted my vision.
Wait, Sir Takumi! That's not Lady Nozomi.
What are you talking about? She's fine. Kyoshika grabbed hold of my arm just before I broke out into a run toward Nozomi.
Oh, God, don't be silly. Nozomi can't be dead. Not Nozomi. No way.
Get a hold of yourself, Sir Takumi. Lady Nozomi has already been turned into a zombie.
No, no! You're lying. Let go of me.
Sir Takumi!
Kyoshika!
Damn, why are we getting everyone killed?
Stop! Nozomi, please! Stop!
The moment I saw her, I knew she was no longer the same Nozomi. Not He's contradicting himself. He was in denial. But I'd refuse to face reality.
Sir Takumi! Get away! Hurry!
My hands and feet were shaking. My gaze fell on the power saw I was holding. Oh, one sec. Let me take a look. Maybe just to be safe. Oh, it's gonna take a bit to download. Maybe just to be safe, you should try turning off the TV and turning it back on. It's the most IT thing I can think of. $21 megs. Megs. Oh, it's happening on both? I'm watching. Huh. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That it looks like it's happening whenever there's a flash on the screen, if you know what I'm talking about, like the dramatic flash. What was I so conflicted about? Kyoshika would die if I didn't do this. If I didn't kill. I raised the power saw and... Are you kidding me? Of course we're gonna save her. I'll try and keep my eye out for another flash like that. I swung the power saw down in sheer desperation. Also, by the way, how are we making sure we're not like killing Kyoshika in this process? It slammed into something and warm blood sprayed onto my face. Did you guys hear the voice file they played for this specific line? You know, because sometimes they'll play like a voice file of like, huh, ah. This one, it was, Damn it, damn it, damn it. Ugh. I came back to my senses when I heard something hit the ground. And then I locked gazes with the thing that had been separated from Nozomi's body, and I finally realized what I had done. X 1999 again. They surely can't say it, right? Yeah. There's no way they can say it. Or show it, I mean. I don't quite remember what happened after that. Somehow we joined up with the other 4 survivors and shifted our base to the garage.
All right, that should do the trick.
Finished reinforcing this side as well. Not that I think they'd be of much use against zombies' inhuman strength. It's better than doing nothing. This should ward off some attacks at least. I watched distractedly as the others barricaded the exit. I killed Nozomi. I sliced her head clean off. The scene of the killing flashed across my mind. I felt gastric fluid welling up through my throat and had to slap a hand over my mouth. I couldn't stop shaking. Sir Takumi. Is everything all right? While I was trying to hold everything together, Kyoshka appeared at my face in concern. What about Kulala? Have we just forgotten that we have a prisoner? I understand I am sticking my nose into your business, and I apologize for that. But there is something that I must tell you. It is about yesterday. You snatched me from the jaws of death, so I just wanted to say...
Takumi, I heard all about it. You madman.
Ichiri Gaku interrupted the stuttering Kyoshka before she could finish her sentence.
You showed those zombies who's boss yesterday and saved Kyoshka, right?
Sir Gaku.
Always thought you were too shifty to be trusted before, but now I know you're more than just talk. By the way, just so you know, the bodies of the zombies have all been thrown into the fire, so we're safe now.
The sounds and sensations of yesterday played back in my mind again, along with how her eyes had looked in the end. All of a sudden, it was hard to breathe properly, and my body started shaking again. Sir Gaku, that matter has already been concluded. There was no need to tell Sir Takumi about it.
Why are you yelling at me? I was just trying to help him feel better. Ouch! What was that for? Where do your brains go? Read the room, dingus.
Yeah, Takumi can't be having a good time after what he had to do to Nozomi. Shoma! Right, sorry. I wasn't trying to stir up bad memories or anything.
I said I'm sorry. I'll do anything you want. Just please forgive me.
Enough about me. More importantly, can we release Kulala from quarantine now?
Kulala?
That is my earnest desire as well. In view of the situation, it is too dangerous for Lady Kulala to be alone in that room.
You've got a point. What do you guys say?
If it doesn't seem like she might turn into a zombie, I think it's better to let her out. Yeah, the zombie infection theory was just a hypothesis anyway.
I mean, I don't really mind if we've decided the risk is too low enough.
Wait, is low enough, rather. Yeah, Nozomi was a zombie, so... she was not safely scheming somewhere, and now she's dead.
But I volunteer Takemaru for the mission to bring her back.
Trying to play dirty with me, huh? You're coming along.
No, I can't possibly drive back the zombies if they show up, but you'll be protected by your delinquent aura.
The hell's a delinquent aura? You caused this problem by destroying that device in the first place.
I can't refute that.
So get your scrawny ass over here.
Takemaru grabbed Gaku by the scuff of his neck and dragged him out of the garage. Uh-oh. Oh. Is it going to snow in school tomorrow, or are you going to ask me to call my father for ransom money?
Of course not. What do you take us for? Although I wouldn't mind if you wanted to give me some.
Even after bringing Kulala back safely, her suspicion of us was at an all-time high. She wouldn't stop glaring daggers at us from beneath her mask. I'm sorry, we'll explain. Bleh. We told Kulala what happened. She listened quietly without reacting. Very well, I understand now. After mumbling those words, she turned to me. And yet you still found time to show concern for me, you stupid bleeding heart? No, you're just stupid, that's all. I'm not stupid. Bah! But thank you, you are most definitely stupid, but it's the good kind, the kind I approve of. I don't like owing anyone favors, though, so I'll repay you one day. I swear it on the Osazuki name. Lady Kulala! Kyoshika must be feeling so relieved. She was pleading for your release along with Takumi. Kyoshika, I suppose I can measure out an ounce of gratitude to you as well. I will take it. A few more ounces and I will soon have a pond? You mean a pound, and that's not what we should be talking about. While still in a daze, I watched the others tease each other playfully like before, feeling like I was an unrelated bystander. Kulala's gratitude, Kyoshika's elation. Everything went past me like it was air. Inside, I felt nothing. Huh, we're skipping days pretty fast. It had to load to play the next. Oh, it's okay. I thought it was going to be more days. I do want to see our. Okay, so it branched up from there. Interesting. So eventually we'll need to go back and also do the jump out the window choice as well. Honestly, it kind of feels like Takumi's forgotten like the whole Karuha Nozomi thing, right? He gets nervous around her at times, but like really doesn't like obsess about her as much anymore. It's kind of crazy. No, I think they only got okay. So maybe I'm misreading like what we're supposed to be assuming. But I kind of took that situation as they dealt with 2 of the zombies, but the rest are still there. Because otherwise, why would they stay in the weapon shop or whatever this room is again? Oh, I can't check the map. Three days went by after, and I seem to have lost touch with my sense of reality. Is this the, I thought oh, okay, there's the metal shop and the parking lot. So yeah, you're right. I think this is the garage. The situation had not improved.
I know it's because there are zombies out there, but damn, it's hella depressing to be holed up in one room all day.
Yes, we need some entertainment to lighten the mood. Kyoshika, swallow your sword and push it on your backside. You ask the impossible. I have pushed it from outside in before, but oh no! No, why would she admit to this, but never inside out? I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
You seem pretty into whatever you're reading, Tsubasa. What is it? Oh, this? Some old scroll. I found it in the library and brought it along when we escaped the metal shop. I just wanted to see if I could find anything zombie-related in it. That makes sense. Kulala seems fine now, but there may be other unknown side effects from the bite. For now, I think the most probable answer is that you don't get turned into a zombie just by getting bitten. It's just dimming now? So I haven't noticed it here. But maybe it's something to do with like YouTube's like stream algorithm or something to prevent like certain things. YouTube does certain things when you're streaming or you upload a video that messes with the audio, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do something to protect or lessen the possibility of, say, like seizures and stuff like that.
You don't. What's that mean?
Turning into a zombie after getting bitten is probably just a myth popularized by the movies. Then why did everyone who was killed turn into zombies? That's what we're trying to find out. Just like how we're always trying to find out why you're so stupid. I resemble that comment. I am indeed more ignorant about some things than my peers, but that is all. The reason people are turning into zombies. Oh, he's gonna finally come clean.
You know, if we found the reason, we'd be able to rip those zombies a new one, right?
It seems that way, but we don't know anything yet. Maybe burning up the bodies of the zombies wasn't the best thing to do. Why? This is going to sound crazy, but if they were still around, I think we might have found some kind of clue by dissecting them. It's just a theory, of course. There's no way to check now that they've all been burned up.
Not all of them. You want zombie bodies? We can always get more.
Huh?
Let's get out there and catch us some zombies.
And how do you propose we do that?
Let me handle this. I got an idea. I ain't about to cower in this room forever. About time we gave those some bitches some payback.
I would never put faith in this vulgar peon's ideas, but I'm fed up with all this sneaking around too. We can't move forward if we keep hiding like this. It depends on what you guys have in mind, but I think anything that may lead us to a clue might be worth pursuing. Well, I think it's just, unless it turns out to be a curveball, excuse me. It seems like the implied issue here is that the bugs originally too probably ended up laying eggs, are just like feeding on the bodies and take over them or something, or like go into the bodies. Like they're kind of like a parasite's not the right word, right? Because it's dead at that point, right? I don't know. Well, if everyone's in, then I'm in. Man, Gaku's a piece of shit. Why is he not fessing up? But it's definitely the bugs. I don't think they're invaders either. But I don't know. We'll see.
How about you, Takumi?
I don't care either way. Yeah, he hasn't. That piece of shit.
Stop moping around already. Yeah, I ain't about to say anything like that. I can't even imagine the pain you must be feeling right now. But if you hadn't killed Nozomi back there, Kyoshika would have died, right?
Sir Takemaru.
Can't you see you're killing her inside every minute she sees you feeling down? Do you want her to think you wouldn't have to suffer if she died instead?
I was startled by Takemaru's words. I wasn't trying to make Kyoshika feel that way at all. But I still couldn't forget the sensations I felt in the look in Nozomi's eyes. I couldn't forgive myself for what I'd done.
If you can't get back on your feet for yourself, do it for Kyoshika.
For Kyoshika? When I raised my head, I saw Kyoshika's face twisted in remorse and agony. Kyoshika, don't look so sad. I did that all by myself. None of it was your fault. I didn't do it for you to look that like that. I caused that.
I ain't gonna pull you along if you don't wanna. You decide.
I did the unforgivable, but I'd be hurting Kyoshika again if I kept despairing like this. Then I might as well. I'll do it. I'll join your plan.
Now we're talking, and I don't want to be hearing any complaining from you later.
I won't. Sorry for making you feel bad, Kyoshika. I'm fine now. No, please do not apologize for anything. I really am grateful that you saved my life. I'm so unsophisticated and dull in speech, and I couldn't do anything for Lady Nozomi either. And then I just... Don't cry. What happened wasn't your fault at all. But, Lady Nozomi... She has 3 different crying faces, if not more.
She's crying as hard as little children do when I sit next to them.
You made Kyoshika cry. Kneel down on a bed of knives to show your contrition. Please, no.
Right on. Now that the awkward stuff's out of the way, let's go get revenge for Nozomi.
Yeah. With our emotional gears thus shifted, we immediately started preparing for Takemaru's plan. That afternoon. Don't make me run.
You need to dig deeper over there. That's where the punji sticks are going.
Wait, punj... Are these punj...
Yes, ma'am. My muscle training will be coming in handy here. My back hurts. Do we really need such a big hole?
We started by building a massive pitfall in the schoolyard.
A pitfall to trap all the zombies in? I couldn't have thought of anything more straightforward if I tried.
Yeah, I'm real smart, huh?
As clever as a brain-dead punk can be, I suppose. Are you doing my part for me, Kyoshika?
Oh, you can't see it, but Kulala's talking to, like, some sort of mole over there. Like, it's kind of hiding behind the message. She's not even working.
That goes without saying. The training arc is my favorite part of any story.
We spent a lot of time digging the hole. Good, this should work. The zombie trap was officially completed after we spread camouflage over the pitfall. Now we just have to make a lot of noise to attract them here.
I thought you'd never ask.
Takemaru took out his infuser.
I'll lure them all here on my bike.
He transforms into his class armor and started tearing through the school on his motorcycle.
Hey! Come on and join us in the open, you freaking zombies! If you're looking for a fight, you got one in me. What are you waiting for?
But are they going to be dumb? Like, how dumb are they going to be? Because, this reminds me of that one movie that's like an allegory for STDs, but not necessarily. I don't know if it actually was going for that. What was it called? It's the one where, like, in the opening sequence, the maybe not like the immediate opening sequence, but like the intro of the main character is It Follows. Thank you, Tiff. Yeah.
He's really excited about this.
Like, don't they try something? Like, they basically do something similar. They have some sort of hole and try to get the entity to just go in. Or no, it's a pool, right?
Yeah, he's practically glowing with life. He must have been really stressed out. Ugh, I just hope the zombies show up before he destroys my eardrums.
Look over there, everyone. It's Ato. At Kyoshika's shrill cry, we all turned to look at where she was pointing.
One zombie? Is that all?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't see the rest anywhere.
Only one comes out after all that running around? Guess I wasn't loud enough. Would have been easier if we could get them all at once.
But one's good enough. Now we just have to lure him over. I had barely finished the sentence when... Did he already fall? Hey, he's coming over!
Is this really gonna work?
Don't panic, our pitfall design was perfect.
Hey!
Come on, keep coming! Zombie Ato kept getting closer and closer at an alarming speed until finally... Get screwed.
He fell for it! That'll show him!
Did the trap work?
I peered cautiously over the edge of the pit. I could see Ato lying at the bottom, pierced through by the sharpened sticks we'd put down there.
One of the sticks has gone through his head. He stopped moving.
I made the trap and all, but this is just too gross. I need to throw up.
Hell yeah, get a load of that. We did it.
It was a barbaric plan, but at least all that digging I had to do didn't go to waste. You hardly did any digging.
Seeing a former acquaintance falling for such a gruesome trap wasn't a good feeling, even if he had been a traitor. We quickly moved Ato's body to the garage before the other zombies had a chance to show up. Look, it's the same, blanket thing that they had over Ava in this route.
I'll start the examination right away, but I'm not an expert or anything. It might take some time, or it might take a while. If all goes well, I should be done by tomorrow. Can you guys wait until then?
Of course, thanks for doing this.
We may finally figure out why they've been turning into zombies.
What's with the gloomy face? This could be just what we need to finally kick their asses.
He's gloomy because he has no excuse to slack anymore if we do find out the proper way to kill them. No, I'm not. Don't put words in my mouth. Oh, that's still better than me, since my entire existence is the epitome of gloom. You've already gone straight past gloom to doom. Yes, I was born doomed. How did you know? Sorry, but can you guys take this outside? I'm trying to concentrate here.
We left Tsubasa alone and waited for her to finish her autopsy. With the body? I mean, I'm sure it turns out to be fine, but it's kind of spooky. The next morning, at around the time the usual morning announcement played, Tsubasa informed us she had finished her examination of Ato's body.
Phew, this should be okay.
Thanks again, Tsubasa. Did you stay up all night? Are you feeling all right?
I was rushing to finish because there was something I wanted to look into. And you found the answer? Yep, I finished the dissection. Everyone come here. Bug in the head. Look at this.
What the hell is that? Is that a worm? I've never seen one like one this shape before.
I found it inside Ato's body. To be precise, in his brain.
His brain?
Yes, it's similar to a parasite. You see these super thin tentacles? That looks disgusting. What even are those? They stretched out from his brain and ran through every corner of his body. So is that supposed to be like the hole from being impaled? Like where you see the bright blue? I don't know. I think these tentacles were spliced with all of the Ato's nerves. Look, it's not just the Shinra anymore, guys. It's the Ato. All of the Ato's nerves to make his dead body move around. It's probably the same for the other zombies.
So this slimy little thing's the reason dead people are turning into zombies? I've never seen anything like this before. What is it?
Where's Gaku? Neither have I. You're lying. You probably have a toy for tentacle play that looks just like this. Certainly not. I am unfailingly loyal to the Holy Jumonji sword. Yeah, back to the topic at hand. So I actually have an idea of what this thing may be. You do? Its characteristics match something I read about in that old scroll the other day. I was wondering if they could be the same thing. Let's see. It's this part here.
Ato. Gaku.
Gi. That's the name of this thing?
Wait a minute. This looks a little different than the one you pulled out.
I'll explain that part too. It's going to be get complicated though. Metroid. It's the baby.
The baby.
First of all, the Gi depicted here is a Gi queen. This queen is the egg-laying type. So something like a queen ant? That's right. The difference between them and ants is that the Gi queen exists in two different states. The one we're looking at here is its female spawning phase. It only gives birth to a single female egg. And this is the male spawning phase. In this form, it only gives birth to male eggs. So there's 2 types, each able to produce only male or female eggs. Exactly. Now here's the important part. The male spawner leaves her eggs in dead bodies. Dead bodies? Wait, that means... Whatever you're thinking right now is probably right, Takumi. Look at this. When a male spawner lays an egg in a dead body, it immediately hatches into a larva. The larva then crawls through the body toward the brain. Once there, the larva makes use of the nerve fibers to control the host's body.
So from the outside, it looks like the body has come back to life, like a zombie.
How many chances has Gaku had? He's just digging himself a deeper and deeper hole. Then what you showed us just now was... Yes, the Gi larva was the reason Eito turned into a zombie.
Seriously? Eito was being controlled by that thing?
Any other information about the other type of queen, the female spawner? There is some, but I'm not sure I understand it very well. It says a queen is in its female spawning phase inhabits living bodies instead of dead ones. Oh. No other details, huh? I think I get the gist of it now. If we die, this Gi lays an egg in our dead bodies. A disgusting larva mind drapes us and turns us into zombies, toying with our bodies as they please. Ick. Toying with our bodies. Such obscenity. I must know more. Yeah, I think there's something about that written here. This picture shows a zombie attacking someone. It looks like the victim is getting infected too.
Looks just like what's happening here.
This is how the Gi operate. By controlling dead bodies to attack the living, they can create more dead bodies. The more dead bodies there are, the more seed beds the Gi queen has to lay her eggs in. That's how they multiply. People do say the purpose of all living matter is to multiply, but still... That's so distasteful that I just threw up in my mouth. Isn't there a better way to reproduce than that? Gaku. The book doesn't say any more, so there's still a lot about this Gi creature we don't understand.
That's okay. We've gotten some very useful information because of you, Tsubasa. Thank you.
Well, so... Like, we know for sure, then, that the, I guess it wasn't bugs. I just kind of assumed bugs, because it was, like, underneath, you know, the dead carcasses. But the things that Gaku and Darumi picked up, of course, were assumedly the queen Gi, like the non-larva Gi. There's at least 2, right? But we know one of them is the male one that has like the dead corpse control property, right? How did Gaku and Darumi find that thing cute? I don't know. We thought Hiroko had a weird sense of like finding things cute or whatever, right? But yeah, I think it's too quick to just immediately assume that a Gi is that, like, it's the female Gi that is somehow controlling characters in other paths, right? Like, we don't even know if we interact with them in the other routes, but in this route, maybe, I don't know. If Nozomi did kill Moko, then it's possible that Nozomi was infected by the female then, right? But the more we understand, the more sorry I feel for anyone who's been turned into a zombie. It could also explain why Yugamu attacked us. But I still think that Yugamu attacked us because he was like getting off with his stupid, fear play. We were stunned into silence by the discovery of this bizarre life form. I'm assuming Gaku will tell us. Afterwards, we combed through the contents of the scroll again, but we found no mention of the zombies' weaknesses or anything about their behavior that could be used to our advantage. I'm going to go back to the female part one more time, because that was really only mentioned briefly. It says a queen in its female spawning phase inhabits living bodies instead of dead ones. No other details, huh? When a male spawner lays an egg in a dead body, it immediately hatches into a larva. The larva then crawls through the body toward the brain, and then it becomes a zombie. But it's not like... okay. Yeah, we were saying that, Tenkai. So it would be possible in that case, but I feel like the information that's locked behind there isn't necessarily... I could be wrong, but it feels like the information hid there is the identity of the person that has assumed the identity of Kulala. But it's hard to say. It happened that afternoon amidst the tension that was still lingering from the Gi revelation.
Huh? Takumi?
Gaku, who had been keeping a lookout through the openings of the barricade, suddenly let out an astonished cry. What? What do you want? Oh no, it's a... Wait, what? That's weird. I thought I just saw you running down the hallway. Aww. Hold on, let me read that again. It says a queen in its female spawning phase inhabits living bodies instead of dead ones. So do we think Gaku is infected? Because it doesn't say anything about like making a very convincing clone or imitation. But if a living thing was inside of your head, couldn't it fuck and like with your... couldn't it screw with your hallucinations? That's true. It could just be Demonica time travel Takumi as well. That's weird. I thought I just saw you running down the hallway. The hell are you talking about? He's been here the whole time. I know, sheesh. It's just, I definitely saw him in the hallway too. He was being chased by Zombie Hiroko and Zombie Moko. No, wait. Maybe it wasn't Hiroko. Anyway, I'm not lying. I really saw it. Sir Takumi, do you have a twin? That kind of plot twist is so overused. The players are not going to like it. I'm an only child, and I haven't taken a step out of this place. That is true. There is still the +1. Yes, everyone makes mistakes once in a while, except me, who's one big walking mistake. Come on, guys. Why doesn't anyone believe me? Are you tired, Gaku? You haven't been yourself lately. Huh? Don't think I haven't noticed. Anyway, I'll take over as lookout. You just rest for now. Come on, change your shift. Okay. Thanks, Tsubasa. No sweat. Yeah, evil twin could very well be X. Very well. Gaku sat, when I say evil twin, I'm talking about Hopper. Evil Hopper. Gaku sat down quietly after Tsubasa took over. He was deep in thought and looked uneasy the whole time. Oh, you know, by the way, what this means, right? I think if this is an evil Takumi that's getting chased here, we're probably like going to have to do that playthrough, right? We're gonna have to be evil, and then we're gonna have a jump scare section here. Before long, Night had fallen and day 79 drew to a close.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for humanity. Glory.
Glory to Ostolska. It was now day 80. We couldn't do anything except keep an eye on what was happening outside. Frustration was starting to build. Oh, sorry. Which one of them used a twin plot? You mean like which game? Or are we just talking about references in general with manga?
Come on! How long are we gonna be trembling in fear of those zombies?
Shut up and keep your voice down, or I'll cut you up and feed you to them.
Just try saying that again. I don't hit women, but tomatoes are fair game.
Oh, between Kodaka and Uchikoshi? Danganronpa 1 has a sibling thing that is kind of meant to work out in an identical twin fashion, if you will. It's not a twin thing, but you could call it close enough. Like someone conceals their identity with the use of like makeup, cosmetics, basically. So there's able to be a swap at one point in the game, but they're siblings that do it.
Stop it, you two. We can't be fighting among ourselves right now.
I understand why they're feeling annoyed. We found the reason everyone's turning into zombies, but nothing about their weaknesses, if they have any. There's something I've been wondering. Has this geek creature always been lurking around inside school? The school?
Come clean.
That's a good question. I guess we'll never know for sure. It's entirely possible it was, or it might have come in from outside. I've never seen any bugs like it before, and I doubt it could have simply crawled through the wall of fire.
Didn't the scroll say the female spawner infected live bodies? Just one of those freaking creepy crawlies enough to be the end of us.
Yes, there could be one of those hiding it somewhere. I know the saying. If you see one, there's 100 more. We must unleash the poison mist on them with a roach spray of some description. That's not the type of bug we're dealing with, moron. Then again, do we know that for sure? Hey, guys! Gaku, who had been unusually quiet, suddenly shrieked in a broken voice. Well, what is it? Hey, you're drenched in sweat. Everything okay? I just wanted to say.
What?
That is, you know.
Just spit it out before I get any madder.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna watch the YouTube. Okay, it didn't happen that time, but it was only the flash of a character. Oh, no, I missed the time it actually did. Eep! Okay, I'll talk.
I may know something about that.
About what? Where the gear came from? Yeah, I may have an idea where they came from.
Where they came from. Gaku, can you explain what's going on?
I'll try it. Little by little, the story started unfolding from Gaku's lips. Takumi, do you remember what Daotomi and I found when we were at the enemy base?
The enemy base? Oh, when we went on that expedition in the school bus.
What are you guys doing here? We're heading back. Oh no. Hey Takumi, take a look at this cute little thing here. I followed Daotomi's gaze and saw something crawling out from underneath a dead body. There were two of them, in fact, each scurrying out from a different location. Ew, what are those? Some kind of bug? Oh, okay, he called them a bug too. They were moving too quickly for me to get a good look, but they seemed about the size of a fist. Frankly speaking, they were neither little nor cute. Yeah, there were a couple of gross-looking bugs there. Wait, bugs. Were they... Now, I know those things were key queens.
They were at the enemy base, and we somehow brought them back? It can't be. Someone would have noticed something that big following us back. Unless...
Well, the truth is, Donomy and I put the gi into bottles and brought them back with us.
You did what?
We pretended to go to the bathroom, but went and caught them instead. Then we hid the bottles. We were thinking of keeping them as pets. And then the two of you took the bus the next day after leaving that note behind.
All right, I'm gonna watch for that flash on this screen real quick. Maybe that flash was too quick. Yeah, it's definitely a protection thing is what I'm assuming, but I'm not sure, Tiff. As long as like you can still watch and stuff though, it seems okay. Gone out for an errand, BRB from Donomy and Gaku. What the heck? Don't those guys have any sense of danger at all? Why did you leave without saying anything? Be honest, we won't be mad. I left something behind the other day when Gaku and I went out for our group peeing session. Well, that's right. We accidentally left our infusers behind. I knew we'd get chewed out for it, so we decided to go back and get them ourselves. Both of you at the same time? How could you be so dense? We'd actually gone to recover the ghee bottles we'd hid in there. Oh, okay. So I see. So they put them in the bottles and set them there to retrieve with the bus later. You said they just now, right? You're referring to both a female spawner and a male spawner.
Yeah, we got two of them. Donomy took the female spawner, which we named Alpha 1. The male spawner was Alpha 2. I kept that one.
Green.
Now I see what's going on. And who to blame for this mess. Look at what you've done. All this because you wanted a stupid pet?
I'm sorry. How would I know it? They'd turn out to be something so nasty. Please don't beat him up. If you want to punch something, rearrange my unwanted face instead.
Control yourself. We need the information Gaku has right now.
Fine.
You okay, Gaku?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
This war criminal ought to be tried and torn asunder right away, but... I'll let you at least explain yourself first. Why did you do it?
I just wanted to keep in rear something. Something that would bring me some relief from this stupid war I never agreed to join in the first place.
Trust me, we all get it, but even so. How did things end up like this? What went wrong? You have to let us know.
The Alpha 2 I'd been keeping suddenly stopped moving one day. I thought she was dead and opened the bottle to check, but then she suddenly woke up and jumped out. She disappeared before I could catch her again.
So she got away from you.
What did you do after that? I knew I was in hot water, so I went to tell Donomy. You saw us talking about it in the hallway that day too, Takumi.
Huh? Is that Donomy and Gaku? That's an unusual pair.
Hey, they're gonna be okay, right? I don't know, man. At least Alpha 1's doing all right.
I remember now. That Alpha 1 was referring to the ghee, huh?
You little shit. Why didn't you tell us this the day she ran away?
Because she was my pet. I was already attached to her. If you found Alpha 2, you would have killed her because she looked gross or whatever. I didn't know she'd end up turning people into zombies.
Then why didn't you tell us after the zombies started showing up? You were sweating nervously the entire time because you knew the two could be related, right?
Well, assuming you were just unsure, what about after Tsubasa explained what ghee were? You had to have known by then, but you still pretended you didn't. I was just afraid that you guys would blame me.
Quit screwing around! Hiding info to make yourself look good while the whole world was going to hell all around you?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Does this make us feel better every time Gaku has died in the story so far? Gaku? Let me get one thing absolutely straight. The Gi that escaped was a male spawner, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I knew it. Kyoshka, do you remember the other day when we were in the hallway near the morgue? It was it a green color? What is it? I thought I felt someone staring at me for a moment. Did you see anything, Kyoshka? I did feel a presence now that you mention it, but it was too brief to make out. That must have been the escaped Alpha 2, the male spawner. Good grief, she just happened to be taking a walk there. No, it wasn't a mere coincidence. I think Alpha 2 must have had an objective in mind. After escaping, she headed for the morgue to find a dead body to lay eggs in. She detected us nearby after she laid an egg in Yugamu's body. That prompted her to flee the morgue, and that's when we sensed her. Aha, so that was the origin story on how Sir Yugamu became zombie patient 0. As for the other 3, Eito, Moko, and Ava, she probably went back to lay eggs in them after we left. I breathed in deeply after that long explanation. The others reacted to my speech with a mixture of uneasiness and acceptance.
That makes a few things a lot clearer. So there was never a zombie virus in the first place. That's why I didn't turn after getting bitten. The zombie outbreak was caused by a male spawning Gi queen that Gaku and Dadomi brought back from outside. She escaped and laid eggs in the dead bodies. Every time the zombies killed someone, the queen laid another egg in the body, which produced more zombies, which attacked more humans. That cycle is why more and more zombies kept popping up.
Seriously, what the hell? This was all you and that psycho girl's fault. Now what you gonna do about it, huh?
My feelings on the matter are complicated when I think about what Sir Takumi had to go through. If there were no zombies, Sir Takumi wouldn't have had to Lady Nozomi. No point crying over spilt milk, if you ask me. It's not like Gaku wanted this to happen. As if I'd be so nice. You can go cry about being lonely and wanting a stupid pet in front of their gravestones. But I just... Guys, stop it already. Gaku may have started this chain of events, but we won't solve anything by blaming him. Tsubasa!
Pretty words won't fix anything either. Ain't you even the least bit mad at him?
I'm just saying, hammering him out of anger won't get us anywhere. And he told us everything knowing full well we were going to chew him out for it. Why don't we spare a thought for his feelings too? Tsubasa, thank you. She's right. Instead of fighting, we should be focusing on what we can still do.
I just need to confirm something important. We know Alpha 2 got away, but what about Dadomi's Alpha 1?
Now that you mention it, since Alpha 1 is a female spawner, that means she can take over living things. We can't have something like that running around. What happened to Alpha 1, Gaku? Dadomi never mentioned her escaping, so I'm guessing she's still in her room.
We have to find her somehow. We have to find her now. We can't let these Gi keep running around unchecked.
Verily. Come on, Gaku, you're coming along. Pull yourself together. Right.
We quietly set off for the garage to look for Alpha 1. Zombies almost detected us halfway through, but we managed to move ahead cautiously without incident. We finally reached Dadomi's room.
Jesus! It looks like a crime scene.
Where's the bottle with Alpha 1 in it?
It should be somewhere here. I know Dadomi was keeping it here. We may be looking in the wrong places. Let's all calm down and search again.
We went through the room. We went through the room with a fine-tooth comb, but no matter how hard we looked, we couldn't find Alpha 1 anywhere. The female spawner was too dangerous to leave alone. We had to find and exterminate it one way or another. Everyone agreed on that, so we decided to split up to search the school for it. However, days went by and the female spawner never turned up.
When we woke up that day, we realized we were one person short. All right, I'm just going to admit this for a second. It took me like a good 5 seconds to realize it was Shoma that was missing. Oh no, I'm sorry, Shoma. I don't think there has been a route where Tsubasa was unlikable. Most characters have had some sort of unlikable period. It makes me suspicious of her again. Man, she could be like the actual hidden villain, right? That would be a bummer. But I guess that's just that goes to show you how well they've had her been as a character so far, right? Like the worst she's done, I think, is like refused to fight at one point, right? But like even then she joins late or later in 2 of the routes, if I'm not mistaken. But in both of those routes, she's one of the earlier ones to join the fight too.
Huh?
Where's Shoma? No idea. He was already gone when I woke up. Maybe he went out for a walk or something. In this situation? We've been going outside more often lately to search for the missing Gi. If Shoma had simply gone out to a nearby familiar spot, I might be getting worried for nothing.
He'd better not have gotten killed and turned into a zombie.
That's not even funny. I'm sure he'll come back soon. Let's just wait and see. Okay, who wants to bet that if he is a zombie, it's going to be the golden version of Shoma? Yeah. But our anticipation turned into dread when Shoma still didn't return. He's taking a little too long to get back from his walk, isn't he? Yeah, now I'm concerned. Should we go look for him? What else can we do? Hurry, all of you. Wait, we don't want to make things worse, so let's split up into teams of 3 just in case.
Huh?
Got it. I'll watch your backs. As you wish. We immediately transformed into our class armor. Kyoshika, Kulala, and I would search the 1st and 2nd floors, while Takemaru, Tsubasa, and Gaku would take the 3rd and roof. He's not here either. Not being able to shout the name of the person we're looking for is just pure torture. Yeah, and we have to move around carefully, too. Then allow me to use my aura to search for signs of a person's presence. I can detect a whole slew of activities within 13 feet radius with this aura. What aura? You're just doing a visual sweep of the surroundings. Talk about useless. Regardless of the method, I have grown stronger. My previous record was 6.5 feet. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way, please. Who's my final vote as live host? Oh man, I don't know. Because that would be the easiest explanation, right? If Alpha 1 is broken out because we have a traitor. A traitor, well, not because we have a traitor, but Alpha 1 is not around because someone is the live host already, right? If Shoma's missing, it could just easily be Shoma, but that seems too convenient. We continued with our search after, but couldn't find Shoma. Maybe the other team was having more luck. With that hope in mind, we headed to the meeting point at the hallway of the 3rd floor. Seems like a bad meeting point. Why wouldn't you want to meet at the safe house? Are they here yet? We continued looking around for the other team. And then suddenly we saw them running toward us with panicked looks on their faces.
We're in trouble, deep trouble.
Shut up, keep your voice down. You keep your voice down. What's wrong? Calm down first, then talk. Okay, so we found Shoma in the war room. Oh, truly, that is reassuring news. You imbecile. They found him but didn't bring him along. That can only mean one thing. Yeah, you should probably come see for yourselves. They led us to the war room where we saw the most unpleasant sight. Lying on the table was a body covered in so much blood, you could tell at a glance revival was going to be impossible. It was the dead body of Shoma. Sir Shoma. When we first came in here, we saw him collapse on the floor with blood all over, but he was still breathing. Did he say anything? Yeah, we got his last words too. Just before he gasped his last, Shoma said, I was sad to see everyone in such a bad mood. I thought some tasty food might cheer you up. He was trying to sneak into the cafeteria, but the zombies found and attacked him before he got there. As he fled for his life, he managed to jump into the war room, but the injuries he sustained were fatal.
Just before he died, he said, everyone, please live on.
Those were his last words.
The dumb bastard was just trying to help us. Damn it.
This may have given us a chance to end things.
Huh?
How do you mean? The zombies are killing people to create spawning grounds for the Gi Queen Alpha 2, right? In other words, if the queen dies, the zombies won't have to kill anymore. Does that make sense? It does. There's no need to make spawning grounds if the spawner no longer exists. Precisely. So the only way to end this is to kill Alpha 2. Sounds logical, but how? We'll lure her to us, using Shoma's corpse as bait. Using our friend's body to lure out the parasite that was creating all these zombies. Everyone had an immediate adverse reaction to Kulala's blasphemous suggestion, but she didn't back down. Oh, his last words were that he just wanted to make everyone food because they look down, and that he wants everybody to live on. Noble Shoma. He's a hero. Shoma's last wish was for us to survive, right? We should honor that. This is how we're going to mourn his death, by killing the Gi and living on. She was right. Shoma's efforts would go down the drain if we died now. Kulala's rallying evidently strengthened everyone's resolve. The plan we then drew up would go something like this. We would lure Alpha 2 out using Shoma's body, and while she was laying her egg in it, shoot a net down from the ceiling to capture her. There wasn't much preparation needed for such a simple plan. Tsubasa retrieved some tools from the garage and finished building the trap in about an hour.
All right. Now we just have to wait for Alpha 2 to show up.
Let's just keep showing Shoma's dead body. We hid ourselves from sight and quietly watched over Shoma's remains.
Hey, do you really think we can catch the key like this?
The simpler the trap, the more effective it is. Not that I expect a dunderhead like you to understand.
Ouch.
Everyone quiet! Look, she's here.
Ugh. To be honest, she is too revolting for me to even lay my eyes upon.
Mean.
Kaku, can you confirm if that's Alpha 2?
We shaded his pants to make it look like he peed. No, what are you talking about? That's just no, he definitely didn't pee his pants.
Yep, that's her all right. The same Alpha 2 I was keeping.
She's already trying to lay an egg in Shoma's dead body. Tsubasa, we only have one chance. Don't mess it up. I know that.
Tsubasa was staring hard at Alpha 2, her hand trembling from nerves, but still ready to activate the switch and trigger the trap. The moment the Gi stopped moving and began to lay the egg, she pressed it.
Yes, we did it! We stopped her in her tracks.
Is the net really gonna be like a fine enough mesh or whatever to? Well, we'll see.
Hell of a job there, Tsubasa. And too bad for you, squirming maggot.
Doesn't it look like he could just squirm right out?
Now we just have to kill Alpha 2. Don't let her get away.
Less talking, more killing. We lowered Shoma's body down to the floor, net and all, but something was wrong. Wait, where'd she go? We looked around under the net, but couldn't find the key anywhere.
Hey, we saw it get trapped inside, didn't we? Then where the hell is it now?
No, did I miss? I was sure I got her. What now? I messed up our only chance. It wasn't your fault, Tsubasa, right, guys? Yeah, you were perfectly on time. We all saw the net come down over the gi. I remembered what Gaku had mentioned previously and gasped in realization. The Alpha 2 I'd been keeping suddenly stopped moving one day. I thought she was dead and opened the bottle to check, but then she suddenly woke up and jumped out. She disappeared before I could catch her again.
Hey, I know this sounds ridiculous, but could she have done that on purpose? When Alpha 2 escaped from her bottle, it was because Gaku thought she was dead and let his guard down, right?
Well, yeah, what are you getting at?
If she was deliberately playing dead in order to escape from the bottle...
Oh, I get it. You think the key may have noticed from the start that Shoma's body was bait.
I was just guessing here, but she might already have already known how to escape from the net and done all this to toy with us.
That sounds like a stretch. A mere insect wouldn't have that level of intelligence. It's as likely as Kyoshka suddenly growing fur. Am I lower than an insect to you?
I'm with Kulala on this. Ain't no way a bug would be able to do all that. Right, yeah, I'm probably overthinking this. Sorry for making things weird. Forget what I said. Although I tried to brush the matter off in front of the others, the idea still stuck with me. This creature we were dealing with was so out of this world. The way she acted like she knew what we were up to. Were we really up against a mere bug? Wait, is this actually supposed to be a love letter for the thing? Or was she something more complex than we did imagined? Uneasiness clung to my mind, and despite my best efforts, I couldn't quite erase it. After that, we cremated Shoma's body just to be safe. With Alpha 2 on the loose, there was still a chance his body might be turned into a zombie. We stood and stared dazedly as Shoma's body was consumed by undying flames. Nobody knew what else we could do to deal with Alpha 1, Alpha 2, or the zombies. Because of that, day 86 ended on a hollow, empty note. I wonder if an explosive, would have been like a riskier way to deal with it, or just writing because they wanted to, be unsuccessful here. Writing for the story. It doesn't seem like
prepare to be ready to give your.
It doesn't seem like explosives are treated in like a way that, how do I put it? Am I forgetting something? I feel like the only time we've had explosives used not in combat, because obviously combat, it's like cutscene gun versus gameplay gun, right? The only other time we've seen explosives used or brought up were that was with Ava, right? And despite almost being out of the courtyard when she blew herself up, she almost took out Takumi as well, I think. Whereas that was in the war room, which I'm assuming is smaller than the other. The war room is smaller than the courtyard and stuff. But I'll be right back. I need to grab a charger for my phone. Tiff brought up a good point too, because there's also the explosives that Tsubasa makes in other routes. So it's also not like she doesn't have the idea, right? But one sec. Sorry, getting the phone plugged in. But I definitely wouldn't want that bomb to blow up inside the house, or a house in the room. That's for sure. Specifically the one she uses to quote unquote kill the Supreme Commander. There is the one route where, like, oh, I can't remember. Does she end up actually getting killed in one of the routes by the bomb, or maybe not? All right, hold on. Adjusting stuff. We're good. Wait, do we know if Sure has an implanted bomb, or is it... Oh, you mean for, like, the different... Oh, I see what you mean. That's actually a great idea. That's a genius idea. Why... If only she rebuilt Sure in this route. Morning. Sure's cheery announcement was a stark contrast to the heavy mood that hung over us. We started getting ready for the day without saying anything. Morning, Takumi. It's a really tense atmosphere to be waking up to, huh? Well, we have practically nothing to be happy about. I actually have a suggestion. Why don't we make graves for those who died? Graves? Yeah, Ava has a grave marker, but none of the others do yet. I think we should do something for them. I mean, we even used Shoma's body as bait. Yeah, we shouldn't be in too much danger if we're only going to the schoolyard. Count me in for that. Some grave markers are the least we can do. Can I join you? I know I have no right to. All things considered, but I want to apologize to them. Of course, let's all go together. Tsubasa, thank you, really. I'll accompany you as well. There's safety in numbers after all. True enough. Well then, what are you peasants waiting for? Okay. We'll get going once everyone's ready. I don't know why they don't just, like, keep getting rid of the other zombies by using the same trap that they put Ato in. We worked together to place grave markers for all our fallen friends and placed some flowers we had picked in front of them. Everyone fell silent for a while after that.
The weather is so fine, isn't it?
Yeah. Best kind of weather for a ride.
Almost like everything that's happened, including the war, was just a bad dream.
I am in full agreement.
What? That caught me off guard. What? It happened so suddenly that we didn't manage to wrap our heads around it in the moment. There he was, standing in our midst like he belonged here. I quickly whirled around, only to see something that made me doubt my eyes. What? How? You Earthlings truly do resemble us in some ways. Another commander. What happened to the alarm? What's going on? My head was swirling in confusion and I couldn't say a word. Takumi, get away from him! Those words finally brought me back to my senses and I quickly leapt back. How did the enemy get in without triggering the alarm? Alarm? What are you talking about? Don't tell me he went straight through the undying flames. You were here by yourself? Don't you guys usually bring a bunch of minions with you? I don't like them. They go against my principles. That woman ordered me to destroy this place.
What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
I merely wish to know who all of you are. Now prepare for battle. All will be understood when we cross weapons. With that, the commander turned away and put some distance between us. What is this guy? He's clearly different from the others we've faced.
What now? Can anyone talk some sense into that old guy for us?
don't be stupid. Does he seem like the sort of enemy who would be open to discussion? Nah, we'll just have to fight him.
Hell yeah, I'm readier than ever before. Come and get some of this.
Sir, talk to me. A defensive battle is upon us. The school must be protected.
Right, let's do this.
God of the planet, hear my plea and lend me thy strength. Blood of my bond, release! I'm an old-fashioned man. I need to fight someone to understand what they're about.
Yeah, we've only seen this guy one time before.
Show me just who you really are.
He showed up in the comedy route as like, or was it the comedy route? One of the more recent routes he showed up as an unexpected enemy. So I think at this point there's like no reason to, yeah, it's the fish route. Yeah, because he gets a whiff of the fish and then goes, gets weak, right? Well, so Tiff, I think your theory is kind of right. I mean, yeah, whatever. Let's skip the battle. It's fine.
Not bad at all.
Oh, this might be the one that we can't win.
What a powerful foe! It's so hard to counter his moves.
He packs a punch, I'll give him that. But why aren't any of our attacks working on him?
Maybe that's his ability. It's probably what got him through the wall of fire, too.
We can't give up now. Keep going, everyone.
So, with the use of the word Earthlings, I think it more or less seals the deal, in my opinion. Oh, 1 second. It seals the deal, in my opinion, that like that our satellite, our moon, quote unquote, is actually a spaceship. Earth is completely fucked. They failed that mission. They failed trying to save Earth. And instead, we're being used to invade and destroy the home of another species that are similar to humans. So I think that all of the people that, like, you know, when we hear the minions that are all like, I don't want to fight! Mommy, where's my daughter? I think those are the regular people of this society that have been turned into killing machines to try and fight off the actual invaders, us. And they're at their last ditch effort. I think like they are completely at wit's end. I mean, obviously their civilization has been completely destroyed at this point, right? Or nearly destroyed. So well, supposedly the wall of fire can go extremely high up to hit, like, so supposedly that's what Sire tells the people before, but that's more of a countermeasure to keep people from trying to like do something crazy like flying out or something. I don't remember exactly, but why I think that's their like that. I think the ruined buildings are straight up like what they used to live in. And I'm assuming this invasion has probably happened for generations, potentially generations, because we have records of people being at the school before. This could also just have been a school that we're now like commandeering and using as our own headquarters. But the fact that we had like records from assumedly past students, quote unquote students, makes me think that like maybe, and also, there was discussion that like if everyone failed and only one person was alive, right? The liver mortis code, that they would leave so they could retry this again. But when you think about it this way, and at that point, I would assume that the baby is probably going to be part of the escape pod. Without knowing what the baby pod, the cradle, if you will, looked like now, I don't think it was actually like an exterior part, but that would be kind of cool if it was. But it's stored in different rooms too, so I don't think that's actually the case. But I'm assuming they'd cart the baby back off to the moon base, we'll call it, the satellite, so they could get enough students, quote unquote, and then re-engage the enemy or attempt another invasion. But I think the buildings were buildings that once existed as part of this different species civilization, and we have been the ones destroying it. But that's just a thought. That's just a theory. I get the gist of what you're all about. Huh? He de-transformed. Why?
Yeah.
Hold on, doesn't this give us an opening? We can get him now. No, hold on. Huh? What's the matter? I wasn't sure why myself. I think I was overwhelmed. As a mere ordinary human, I couldn't help but be intimidated by the dignified conduct of this lion of a man standing before us. What are you fighting for? That came out of nowhere. Are we playing 20 questions now? Coming back from death after death to fight again, do you live solely to fight in this war? That would make you no different from those abominable combat organisms created by that woman. Do not compare us to that cannon fodder. So that's how you refer to them too. Cannon fodder, guinea pigs, slaves, playthings. Do you consider that sense of superiority to be something like wisdom? I suppose all living creatures reach the same endpoint eventually. Shut up and cut to the chase already. You trying to tell us to surrender? If we do, we'll all be killed, won't we? I doubt Vishness would let us live. Then shouldn't you simply accept death? Huh? Stop messing with us. We're not going to give up on life. Doesn't matter if it's zombies or invaders. My vision lurched. There was a loud thump. When I saw the great blue sky unfurled overhead, I realized what had happened to me. I'd been beheaded.
Sir Takumi!
I heard Kyoshika's voice in the distance. Then my vision turned red. Then from red to black. My whole world was enveloped in darkness. And revived. It's fine. Revived. But who beheaded us? Was the invader just that fast? Was it someone else? Was it the host? For the record, I'm going to say that Kyoshika is probably not the one that beheaded us if it wasn't you know who. I literally can't think of his name, the invader guy. But who else has blades? I mean, I guess if this is written without knowledge of knowing what each character has for weapons, anyone could just use an infuser to cut his head off, right? You know, a shovel can cut a head off. Resident Evil 7, I think, taught us all that, right? Right? A sharpened weapon or a sharpened... Do you think she calls it a shovel or does she call it like a spade? I don't know, whatever. After a long time in persistent darkness, finally I can think again. How much time has gone by? My head ached as if it was being bludgeoned by a blunt instrument, an endlessly drawn-out agony suffocating me. And then it all suddenly eased off. I found myself suddenly awake. Once again, Claire de Lune. I strained my eyes and saw the familiar interior of the garage. My body hurts. Sir Takumi, are you awake now?
You bastard, you're finally up. You feeling okay? Yeah.
Relief. I'm flooded with relief. I was so worried about you.
Is this the Kyoshka route? What happened to me? Your confusion is quite understandable considering how you've been out for nearly a week. A week? That old man sliced your head off all of a sudden. We took you to the Revivomatic as quickly as we could, but the zombies found us. The revival was cut short halfway through as a result. Your physical injuries were already healed, but we had no idea if you would ever wake up.
That is why I am beyond the moon to see you awake.
I'm just saying she's had 2 lines of dialogue now, right? This is the Kyoshka ending. Oh, thanks for helping me out there. But what happened with that Dalshia guy? After cutting off your head, he just left. He said he'd be back soon.
And he was. Yesterday was a hell of a nasty day. What? Yesterday?
We blew him up. Dalshia attacked, or Dalzia, I don't know how he pronounced it anymore, attacked the school and we managed to hold him back somehow, but then that Vishnes bitch showed up all of a sudden and attacked him. Luckily for us, there was some internal discord going on. We couldn't have beaten them both together. They decided to fight each other instead of us, but the real problem started there. Vishnes killed Dalzia and absorbed his cryptoglobin. She was injured in the fight, though, so she pulled back. That's where we're at right now. Okay, I'm just glad everyone is safe. Indeed, other than that, we are doing quite all right. But we've made 0 progress on anything else, not capturing the Gi or clearing out the wandering zombies. Coming up with a foolproof way to get away from the zombies is probably more effective than looking for Gi right now. The missiles will launch on day 100 anyway. That's true. If only there was some anti-zombie equipment we could use in the meantime. Can you build something like that, Tsubasa? I can try, but I don't know how effective it'll be. There's no easy way to suppress their superhuman speed and strength, after all. But we'll know for sure unless we try, right? I'll think of something. Sorry, I know I'm asking for the impossible, but thanks. I'll help. Just tell me what to do, Tsubasa. What? Really? Okay, then. You're probably not feeling yourself yet, right, Takumi? Just lie down for a while longer. I'll be fine. I need to do something. Free time.
Sit your ass down. The only thing a recovering patient like you needs to do is rest.
Sir Takemaru speaks the truth. You may even use my thighs as a pillow if it makes you more comfortable. Okay, I'll rest like you all want me to. So you will be needing my thighs? I did offer, but a true warrior never goes back on her word. But let me purify my body first. No, I'm just going to go back to sleep, quietly. I lay back down, took a deep breath, and closed my eyes. Drowsiness set in before long, even though I had just woken up from a week-long slumber. Sleep beckoned, and unable to resist its alluring call, I gave myself over to it. Yeah, Vishnes definitely... I don't know if she knows about leaping or time travel, but she does... It was one of the earliest routes we started going down. We see her early, and she does mention something about, like, feeling something had happened with their hemoanima. And I think she even remarks that she... something about, like, learning that absorption... Or maybe... Was that the first route? I don't remember anymore. Yeah, but I do remember exactly what you're mentioning, Tiff. Sleep beckoned, and unable to resist its alluring call, I gave myself over to it.
Troops, it's time! It's day 95. The curtain will soon...
Yeah. The The next morning, I woke up to the sight of Tsubasa tinkering with a few devices and Gaku waiting next to her.
Morning, you two.
Oh, morning, Takumi.
Yeah.
You're awake. You guys are up early, or have you been working all night? Yeah, I've been trying to develop a tool we can use for the zombies, but it's not as easy as it sounds. I can't think of any material or structure that's strong enough to resist their strength. You just get a bunch of what is it, phone books? You tape a bunch of phone books into like a gauntlet. So just so you know, Tsubasa's been thinking about it non-stop since yesterday. It's not something you can just conjure up like magic, okay? You'll never understand the hard time she had to go through. Okay, biggest Tsubasa fan club right here, Gaku. I get that, I really do. I'm sorry for pushing this on you, Tsubasa. Oh, come on, you know I don't mind one bit. Stop being so formal. But... Forget that and throw some ideas out at me, Takumi. We're kind of at a dead end here. Ideas. Tsubasa said just now she couldn't think of a good way to suppress the zombies. If suppression's a no-go, maybe we should try something else. How about a device that attracts zombies? What? Attract them? Our objective isn't to defeat the zombies, but to survive until day 100, right? Then how about something that produces loud noises to attract them to a particular spot?
Now that's just ridiculous. Of course, that could totally work. Why didn't I think of that? Our goal is to just run away from them, right? Huh? Yikes, this whole time I was thinking about building something that could beat them, me and my hard head. I've got to hand it to you, Takumi, coming up with that fantastic idea just now. Just like that. Just a random thought that occurred to me, that's all. Someone's been playing Left 4 Dead. That's what's so amazing about you. Having a reliable leader around makes such a difference. Eat shit, Gaku. Well, I'd better get cracking. If I can just find the best frequency for luring them out and make some adjustments. Is that even possible? I think that makes you a lot more amazing than me. It's nothing really. Flattery will get you nowhere with me. The hell, man. What's that, Gaku? Did you say something? What? No, nothing. I'll help you with the device. Nothing happened with the pit trap. So, like, yeah, I asked that question too. Like, why don't we just try that again? But no, we've already forgotten about it. I appreciate it, but don't push yourself too hard, all right? You can rest if you want.
I'm not pushing myself. I'll do anything for you.
Biggest fan club. All right, here goes nothing. I'll try to get it ready by tonight. Gaku. Let's blame Gaku, okay? We already know it's Gaku. That night, when I had inadvertently fallen asleep, I was jolted back awake by a loud, blaring sound. What's that? Gaku, I told you not to press that. Sorry. What's with this racket? Are you trying to attract every zombie within 1,000 miles? Turn it off now. If I disconnect this part. The sound stopped? Yeah, but... It might have been plot, but they did make a point to say only one zombie came. Yeah, so... But, like, I don't know. I feel like they could have done the same thing again. They could have attracted more people down. I don't know. Whatever. Zombie route, like I said, when you're in a zombie situation in fiction, everyone becomes kind of dumb. They have selective intelligence. Sometimes they have something really brilliant, but they set up weird sort of rules over like what they can and can't do, right? Zombie situation. Four zombies barged into the room in single file. Shit, they're already here. Let's see how they like the taste of a power saw blade. No, I won't let history repeat itself. Hey, Takumi. I shoved Takemaru away and charged toward the zombies at full speed. I collided into the one at the front of the line, Mocha, with all my strength. Luckily, that created a domino effect, and the other zombies fell to the ground, one after another. Run while they're down. I kept running and running to get as far away from the zombies as possible. This should be far enough. Turning around, I saw that I was standing alone in the hallway without a single zombie in sight. Where'd everyone go? We'd scattered on our escape, and now I had no idea where the others were. It was dangerous to walk around alone. I had to find and regroup with them as soon as possible.
Goddamn freaks in nature!
That sounded like Takemaru. That was the sound of fighting coming from the direction of the cafeteria. Is he fighting the zombies? I remembered he'd had the power saw with him when he ran off. But even so, it wasn't going to be easy for him to fend off the superhumanly strong zombies by himself. I forced my exhausted lungs to take a deep breath before running as fast as I could toward the cafeteria.
You think you can beat me, huh?
Oh, he's got his glasses on.
Takemaru, are you okay?
Takumi? The hell are you doing here?
I'm here to help. I'll fight with you.
Bastard! You mind your own business! I'll handle this! You just run as far as your legs can carry you.
Are you nuts? You can't handle 3 zombies by yourself.
Get away from me!
Was that Tsubasa?
Sounds like she's in a pinch. Takumi, go help her!
But then you'll...
I got this with me. That's more than enough. But Tsubasa's empty-handed. You're our leader. You want to know who needs more help right now?
Don't think, decide. Even a single second could be fatal. Decide now. What should I do?
Don't you dare die on me, Takemaru.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm Takemaru Yakushiji. The man, the myth, the legend himself.
That was the last thing I heard Takemaru say as I bolted out of the cafeteria. I refused to turn around, so my resolve wouldn't waver. Tsubasa's voice was coming from the floor above. I had to save her. I couldn't stand by and watch another friend die. I charged upstairs without pausing in step. The soundproofing in this place sucks ass if you could actually locate people based on like by like floors and whatnot. Because if you have like a solid concrete building, you're not going to hear it based on like floors. You're going to hear it through like the stairs, right? And so depending on how far you are from the stairwell, you won't know if it's like up or down either. I ran and ran. I just kept running. Too late. Gaku will sacrifice himself, right? When I finally reach my destination, what greeted me was the worst possible scenario.
What?
Not again. A zombie's hand had gouged right through Tsubasa's body. Fresh blood was pouring out from her wound, staining the floor beneath her. What's this? What's this? What is this? It didn't feel real to me. My body couldn't stop shaking.
Me. Run.
At that moment, I heard a faint voice calling to me. Takumi, run. It came from Tsubasa, who was barely alive. No, I didn't want to run. I couldn't. She was still breathing. I had to help her. She was still alive. What am I fighting for? Tsubasa's body crumpled like a puppet that had its strings cut. Her eyes glazed over. There was no longer any life in them. Tsubasa just died in front of me. So Gaku is totally the freaking host, right? Why else would Gaku keep screwing shit up, right? Why would he hit the button? She had lost too much blood to be revived. There was no hope for her. I could tell because it's the zombie route. The moment I understood that, a searing hatred boiled up from within me like magma waiting to erupt. Damn you, zombies! Damn you, Guy! I clenched my shaking fist so tightly I could hear my nails digging into my palms.
You bastards! Give them back! Give my friends back to me!
Takumi, wait! Do not be so reckless. Kulala and Kyoshka ran over and each grabbed one of my arms from behind. Let go of me. Tsubasa was just... She was... Calm down. It's already too late for her. We'll be next if we don't run before Hiroko notices us. You can see that, can't you? Kulala's words came as a revelation to me. If I went to confront the zombie now, Kulala and Kyoshka would be dragged into my reckless fight. Sorry, you're right. Glad I got through to you. Now let's go. Takimaru told me to save Tsubasa. I didn't make it in time. I'm sorry, Tsubasa. Takimaru's potentially dead too, right? The three of us headed to the cafeteria to help Takimaru after that. All that awaited us there was yet another terrible sight. There was no more Takimaru, only what was left of him. When I laid my eyes on the torn pieces of flesh scattered all over the cafeteria, I threw up violently. Tears wouldn't stop streaming down my face. The barricade on the garage had been completely destroyed and couldn't be salvaged. We couldn't use the garage as a base anymore. We gathered some necessities and decided to shift locations. We created a new rule that we would always move around in class armor since we didn't know when the zombies might strike. I retrieved the zombie luring device that Tsubasa had created from the workbench as well. We bumped into Gaku there and agreed to evacuate to the rec room for the moment. Takimaru's been... No, you're kidding me, right? It's finally down to the four of us. Wait, what did you just say? Didn't Tsubasa manage to get away? She's just hiding somewhere out there, right? Do you know where she is? We gotta go get her. Yeah, second to last 2DA or whatever is also destroyed by this point. Why aren't you saying anything? Hey, answer me! Oh, Nigo self-destructs, that's right. Tsubasa was killed by a zombie. We saw it. No, wait, this isn't funny. Hey! I ran to help her as soon as I heard her scream, but it was already too late. She died right in front of me. Jesus, Gaku just keeps fucking everything up this route. I'm sorry, if I'd just gotten there in time. Shut up, 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 stop apologizing. That's not gonna bring her back. Tsubasa, Tsubasa!
You were there, you said? Why couldn't you protect her in my place?
Why are you still alive when Tsubasa's dead? Explain yourself, dude! Sir Gaku, that is enough out of you. It was not easy for Sir Takumi either. It's okay, I understand how he's feeling. When I lost Nozomi, it was like my mind fell off a cliff. If there'd been someone I could yell at back then, I would have done the exact same thing Gaku was doing now. So I couldn't bring myself to stop him. You understand how I feel? That's the funniest thing I've heard in my life. What do you think? What do you think you understand, huh? You think you're so high and mighty? Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn you! I simply stood there and silently endured Gaku's enraged venting. Don't worry, it's because we're mourning right now, the zombies won't come. Yeah, he screwed us over twice! No, 3 times! 3 fucking times! He brought the bugs, which, you know, whatever. That's a really unfortunate accident, but he disobeyed. He disobeyed the leader and brought the bugs home with Dodomi, right? So that's strike 1. Strike 2. He hits the scanner, or the I was about to call it the scanner, the life form detector device. And he doesn't know for sure that it was going to make a beeping sound at that point in time, right? Like, we're not aware of an alert or alarm system. And it's weird that Tsubasa would have, like, programmed that in, right? So whatever, give him the benefit of the doubt there. Takumi's fixed things by hit it, like, you know, the Fawn style. But then he hits the button on the device that he knows is going to be super loud. Morning came, then night again, but the mood in the rec room remained in the doldrums.
Why, Tsubasa? Why did you die?
Gaku had been mumbling to himself with a vacant look in his eyes since yesterday. Leave him be. He's not coming back to us anytime soon. We ought to just focus on what we can do to survive the next 4 days. Kulala.
Huh?
It is just as Lady Kulala says. As heartless as it may sound, our friend's sacrifices will be for nothing if we get wiped out now.
I'm getting through this alive by any means possible. Even if I have to use Kyoshka as a meat shield.
I would rather be a sword than shield, because that means my holy Jumanji sword and I can finally... Teehee. Keep your obscene delusions to yourself. They're too niche to be understood. They were being so normal that I couldn't help but let a laugh slip through. It was just pointless banter like always, but it uplifted me in this dire situation for some reason.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys can still laugh. Gaku bristled and glared at me.
Yeah.
Must be so nice to be able to sit there and laugh like a fool. Even though Tsubasa's dead, that kind-hearted Tsubasa, and here you are laughing like nothing's happened. Who the hell do you think you are? Gaku.
Who the hell do you think you are? Are you quite done here?
What? I've had it up to here with you as well. You are testing my patience to the limit. Have you not given consideration to the fact that zombies would not have attacked the garage if you did not make that loud noise with the device? I was just trying to help Tsubasa. Enough with your excuses. You're the one who brought that Gi creature to school in the first place. Have you forgotten about that? But Darumi. Now you're using the dead as an excuse? Downright despicable. Let me make something clear. If it hadn't been for you, none of this would have happened. So stop trying to make it seem like it's Takumi's fault and... Kulala, that's enough. You basically killed Tsubasa yourself. I didn't. That wasn't what... You two are way out of line. Gaku didn't do it on purpose.
I killed Tsubasa? Tsubasa! 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 Tsubasa!
Do you think they intentionally had it go out of the text box? I kind of doubt it, right?
No!
Gaku! Gaku let out an ear-piercing scream and flew out of the rec room. Seriously, what's his problem? He can't be out there by himself. We have to go after him. Stop yelling, Gaku. You're going to attract all the zombies. Sir Takumi, look up ahead. Jesus. Shoot, they couldn't have picked worse timing. No, Takimaru and Tsubasa too. Tsubasa, is that you? No, that's not the Tsubasa we know anymore.
Tsubasa? You're alive! You're still alive, Tsubasa!
Why is Kako a cat?
No, Gaku, come back!
I'm so glad you're still alive, Tsubasa! I'll protect you this time! I swear I will! Tsubasa!
Sir Gaku!
Tsubasa bit down on Gaku's neck and tore out a chunk of flesh. Blood started spurting out from the wound. Gaku collapsed into a heap on the floor with a satisfied smile on his face. This is not redeeming. Tsubasa climbed on top of Gaku's fallen body and started ripping it apart with her teeth. We watched our former friend get torn into shreds right before our eyes. Former friend, you see? Former friend. Despite the many times I had seen it before, it was still too shocking and my mind blanked out. Takumi, Kyoshika, let's get away before they detect us. Yeah, let's get away. Kulala's calm words pulled me into a reality somehow. This was no time to be shocked. We had to leave before... Oh no, they noticed us! What shall we do now? First of all, we have to stay. Just run for it. Ah! Kulala tripped and fell dramatically, knocking her tomato mask off her head. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Kulala, are you alright?
Where's my mask?
So talk to me. Take Lady Kulala and run as far as you can. I'll buy you some time. Kyoshika, you can't. We do not have the time to stand around debating this. Go! The determined glint in Kyoshika's eyes brooked no argument. I nodded and did as told. Kulala, can you stand? We have to run. Yeah. Come at me, foul zombies. I am right here. I'll slice you and dice you and turn you into mincemeat. We bolted as Kyoshika blustered against the zombies in the background. What about the sound device? Did we think about that? As I was running down the hallway while pulling the weakened Kulala along. Oh, rip. I'm so scared. Damn, when did they get here? I got worried for Kyoshika for a split second, then realized we had to worry about ourselves before we could even think about anyone else. We're getting through this together, Kulala. Don't let go of my hand. Jesus. Like, if you didn't have that timed, it would be, you would have just game overed. At long last, we managed to shake off the pursuing zombies and flee to the roof. But there we saw... Oh, what the... Kyoshika, who seemed to be losing in her struggle against zombie Takemaru. Kyoshika! Okay, so it was literally just a way to get another hiding section in, stealth section or whatever. Don't come any closer. Get away! Kulala moved before I could even react. Kulala, who had been weakened by the loss of her mask, leapt out from beside me. She threw herself in front of Kyoshika. Because of that, Takemaru's arm punched through Kulala's body instead. A brief pause later, fresh blood came pouring out of her wound.
Kurata! No! No!
My body was already moving before my mind could fully process what just happened. I charged toward Takemaru with a frenzied cry and kicked him away with every last bit of strength left in me. The force of my kick sent him over the fence and off the roof. Why did they just not have a fence on the roof and make this somewhat more believable? 1 second of silence later, the unpleasant sound of human flesh hitting something with great force echoed from the ground to the roof. I I tried to catch my breath shakily after managing to kick Takemaru off the roof and turned around.
Lady Kurata! Lady Kurata! Don't try to speak. You are bleeding heavily.
Yes, but the fact they have the fence up there makes like all of this kicking people off the roof way more implausible, right? Not that that's like the least plausible thing in this entire route, obviously.
Lady Kurata, why did you do that? Weren't you supposed to use me as a meat shield to keep living? We must take her to the Revive-O-Matic!
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it becomes more ridiculous because it's over the fence. And like just like how Zombie Ato punched Takumi over the fence as well. That's why I'm saying it's like ridiculous. It's even more ridiculous than normal. Because if there was no fence, then you'd just be getting knocked off the roof. That's my point.
You live.
Lady Kurata? This is not the kind of prank that will make me laugh. I am a fool. A gullible simpleton who's easily deceived. Lady Kurata, why aren't you saying anything?
Kyoshika's anguished cry echoed into the night sky. It was clear we wouldn't be able to bring Kulala back. That's why I said nothing and simply watched over her during her final moments. Kyoshika held Kulala's remains and bawled incessantly. I couldn't find the words to comfort her. All I felt was an empty void swirling within me. We stayed on the roof for the longest time. At around the time Kyoshika's loud cries had died down to muffled sobs, something flashed across the corner of my eye. Isn't that... It was a familiar-looking bottle rolling around on the ground in the wind.
I thought she was dead and opened the bottle to check, but then she suddenly woke up and jumped out. She disappeared before I could catch her again.
Of course, it was the same kind of bottle I'd seen Gaku with before. He'd kept his, so this one had to be the one Doremi was keeping Alpha 1 in, so it was here all along. But the bottle was empty. The second Gi Queen had already escaped then. Alpha 1 was a female spawner that possesses live bodies, right? There wasn't much info about this one, but I doubt she has anything to do with the zombies. I suddenly realized how utterly ridiculous that line of thought had been. It wasn't as if I could change anything. Even if I found the reason behind the zombies or caught the escaped Gi, none of that would bring back my dead friends... would bring my dead friends back to life. Kyoshika and I were the only ones left. It was too late to do anything now. Kyoshika and I kept our heads down and huddled together after that. Little by little, she started regaining her composure after the shock of Kulala's death. But that didn't change the fact that we were wading knee-deep in despair. Time passed uneventfully until day 99 was upon us. Then the intruder alert blared loudly throughout the room we were in. Yeah, I thought so.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized person. Defense.
What could the two of us do on our own? But it wasn't like we could escape either. Let's go, Kyoshika. This will be our final battle. It certainly will. We decided to move out directly without going to the war room to avoid giving the zombies a chance to attack us on the way there. I wonder if we'll be able to skip this battle or not.
It's finally time to settle things with Veshness once and for all.
No battle.
You ready, Kyoshika?
Do not take me for a weakling. I have been ready long before you even asked. We shall emerge victorious, as vengeance for those who departed before us.
That's right. We're fighting to the bitter end for our friends as well.
I beamed at Kyoshika so she wouldn't feel uneasy. She smiled back in response. I made it a point to stop thinking about what might happen after we defeated Veshness, if we could even do that. I needed all the mental energy I had to focus on the enemy at hand. Oh, never mind. The fact that they cut to that little dialogue scene made me think that there was not going to be a battle.
2 arms!
So I did max... No, never mind. I did not max out her. Okay, how do I want to do this?
I've got this. Let's do this.
I actually don't think this fighting Veshness will be that bad. As crazy as that may sound.
Ready when you are. Say when. There! My turn! Go! Let's go! There!
Onward!
Why do they have to be arranged in this fashion? Two, 6. Oh, it's corrupted. That's why. It starts with 8 HP. Okay, I see.
Flash! I've got you! Leave it to me.
Let's do this! Good to go! Oh, let's do this!
Onward! Banzai! Let us begin. Leave it to me.
Let's go! One last strike!
I might regret using my voltage this way, but
Onward!
we'll see.
Flash! 2 arms! Let us begin. On guard. Leave it to me. Hiya!
More enemies coming.
2 arms!
All right, time to charge up our voltage, right?
Leave it to me. You've left yourself open!
My turn! There! Let's do this! Huh. That's...
Vishness was calmly walking towards us as if she owned the place. The moment I saw her, my heart started to race like it had never raced before. It was as if the hemoanima, the cryptoglobin inside of my body, was responding to her as she approached. Then she stopped right in front of us while we stood on guard.
Just 2? Did you think I would go easier on you like this? I won't let you die peacefully. Your power and the power of the Second Coming are mine.
I don't remember if that's what she referred to it as before, but that's a good term for it, right?
I shall devour all. Wicked invaders! Revenge your evil ways before your new god!
This cannot continue. This cannot continue.
Bow down!
Oh, no baby ones, eh?
Here we go! My turn!
Alright, so what do we have here is the question.
Say when! Let's do this! My turn! Good to go! I've got this!
We have 3 heals, 4 desperation potions. Okay.
Onward!
Say when! Here we go! Take that!
I'm just gonna kill these guys off real quick so I don't have to worry about them.
Alright, good to go! Let's do this! That's it! My turn! Here! Got it! Let's go! Good to go! Time to use it. Say when! This should do it. My turn! Let's do this! Time to use it. My turn! This should do it. Let's do this! Let's go!
We'll start with attack boost.
Here we go!
Oh wait, what's going on here? Oh, null piercing. Right. I remember. Null stun as well, right? Yeah, okay.
Let's do this!
You fool! The real damage was from the mines all along.
Ready when you are!
How many more do I have left? 2, okay.
Time to use it. My turn! This should do it. Let's do this! Good to go!
just 2 warriors. Let me see how long you can last.
Wait, don't undo my damage, please.
How pathetic. Coming back to life after getting killed again and again.
Now detransformed, Vishness looked entirely at ease, seemingly enjoying toying with us. To be honest, the two of us were at our absolute limit, but we weren't! We weren't! It was perfectly fine. We would have been more than fine in that fight, both physically and mentally.
Let me savor the sight of your faces as they become contorted in despair.
Sir Takumi! How shall we put an end to this foul villain?
I do have an idea, but it's all or nothing.
I gripped the thing in my pocket tightly. Wait. Are we going to say that the zombies are stronger than Vishness? It was the zombie luring device that Tsubasa had made. This was the only strategy I could think of that could take down Vishness, who had become much stronger after absorbing the blood of her comrades.
Are you preparing to beg for your lives? It will do you no good. Stand meekly and allow me to consume you whole. What's that sound?
Sir Takumi! Are you?
It hurts to use them for something like this, but I can't think of any other way.
I tossed the device in Vishness's general direction, and before long...
What are you... Dead invaders? You foul, nasty monsters! Be gone from my sight! What? My attacks have no effect on them.
Jesus.
Stop! Stop! Ugh! Accursed beasts! Impossible! A great god like me is being consumed! Stop! Stop!
I want to get this ending before we quit. We're on the final day. This shouldn't be too much longer. My lord. We defeated Vishness, but in a way that left a bad aftertaste in our mouths. While the zombies were tearing the Supreme Commander apart, we snuck away and hid ourselves. After they had completely devoured her, they vanished somewhere, moving with their familiar ghoulish gaits. We managed to beat Vishness somehow. While I have mixed feelings about the method, it is still a victory for humanity. I must survive the final remaining day for Lady Kulala. Yeah, let's survive and go back together. We dragged our battle-worn bodies back to the rec room. Yes, we had to return, even if we were the only two left, to the artificial satellite in the sky. Is this actually the way we're going to see how screwed up the satellite is come day 100?
Troops, congratulations! This is your 100th morning at the Academy. At long last, the time has come. On this auspicious day, the long-held wish of humanity will finally be realized.
Terraforming a planet.
The most important battle of all will be upon us momentarily. Please, follow the orders provided through the announcement system quickly and without delay. Get yourselves in order before then! I'll see you shortly, soldiers!
Yeah, all the joke endings have been like, we're on a beach. They left us behind after we did a slapstick joke. At long last, we made it to day 100. How strange. It doesn't feel like we've reached the final day. I know what you mean, but it's true. This is the day we say goodbye to this school. We've survived. Indeed, we have. And once we return safely, there is something I must do. Oh, what's that? Travel? Games? A hobby? I wish to rebuild everyone's graves properly this time. That's a great idea. I'll help too. Truly, I will take that as a promise. Does she have way more color in her face right now than she normally does? Am I crazy? Hey, we have some time before the escape pod is ejected. Let's talk about what else we're going to do. That should make time go faster. Yes, to begin with, the Holy Jumanji Sword and I will... We shared the secrets of our hearts and talked about everything under the sun while waiting for time to pass. And then it finally happened. It's almost time, Kyoshika. Let's get moving. Indeed, to the schoolyard we go. Oh, I feel like that announcement might be super loud, right? We walked as quietly as we could to our destination, but fate was not done antagonizing us yet. The moment we entered the hallway, the zombies all leapt out at once as if they'd been lying in wait for us. What? Why now? After everything we've gone through to reach this day, we cannot let them catch us now. We must shake them off, Sir Takumi. Yeah, let's go. Is this really going to be a running section? Did we really have to put this in? I thought there was going to be someone else, but I guess it's just her. Gotta wait for him to go by. Oh! What?
I can still fight.
Oh, okay. I can't sneak by there. So we just have to wait for her to like go back and follow her behind. Closely behind so we can get into the door that's right there. At least it's very forgiving as far as that goes. My sides hurt. We eventually reached the schoolyard after dodging the zombies' attacks. We should be safe now. All we have to do is get into the escape pod. Yes. While we were still trying to catch our breaths, an abnormal sight caught my eye. There were several huge cannons jutting out from the top of the school building.
Those turrets? Where the missiles will be fired from.
Why is he acting like this? I don't know.
They look so sinister. So, this is the weapon of mass destruction that will take out invaders and zombies alike?
It's like his memory isn't 100% there. That would make a lot of stuff make more sense, right? Where's the escape pod? This should be the right time. It was just then that an announcement rang out all around us.
An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily. Leading up to the omnidirectional attack, all defenses will be rerouted to the intercept system. Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately.
Yeah!
That's...
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 390 seconds. Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately. An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily. Please depart immediately after boarding the escape pod. Repeat. An omnidirectional attack will launch momentarily.
Huh?
In the first go around, the turrets opened up. They just didn't have fire in them, I think, was the ultimate reality. That must be the escape pod. This is what would take us back to the artificial satellite. Even with the pod right in front of me, I still couldn't believe my eyes. Sir Takumi, don't just stand there staring. We must go now.
Right, of course. Let's go home.
Why is he so proud? Man, I did so much better this time. We glanced at each other and nodded, just as we were getting ready to run toward the escape pod. Where's Kulala? That's going to be the bad thing that happens.
What?
Are you kidding me? They followed us all the way here? I couldn't believe this sudden turn of events. I mean, I could. As we stood there in confusion, the zombies rushed toward us with alarming speed. The extreme situation instantly forced my mind into overdrive. If we got into the pod, we wouldn't be able to close the door in time to shut out all of the zombies. A single zombie in the pod would mean the end for us. But what else could we do? Think, Takumi, think. What am I supposed to do here? Sacrifice ourselves for Kyoshika. It wasn't even worth a thought. I had to stop the zombies, even if I had to do it all on my own. We'll see how long it takes. If it takes too long, then we'll just watch the next one and catch up with the other endings the next time we play. I'd at least find a way to get Kyoshika onto the escape pod while they were distracted, too. I'd already grabbed her hand and started running before my mind reached that conclusion.
Run to the escape pod, Kyoshika! Out of my way!
We got nearer and nearer to the escape pod while dodging a continuous stream of attacks from the zombies.
Get in! Now, Kyoshika!
I grabbed the unsteady Kyoshika and shoved her into the pod. Then I turned around to face what was coming. I charged headlong into a swarm of approaching zombies.
Take this!
What about the sword?
Sir Takumi! Allow me to assist!
Stay where you are, Kyoshika! Escape by yourself!
What are you?
Just go, please. You have to escape and live for my sake.
The escape pod will be launched soon. Caution. Cockpit door now closing.
I refuse! I shall stay behind with you and... Ah! Sir Takumi! Sir Takumi! Sir Takumi!
The escape pod with Kyoshka inside it became smaller and smaller as it launched into the sky. Thank goodness. A huge sense of relief flooded my tense body and I collapsed to the ground. The zombies surrounded me, but I remained motionless, offering no resistance. The missiles would fire soon. There was nothing I could do to survive this. I would perish here along with them. In that case, maybe it would be better if they tore me apart now and got it over with. What? It's because their eyesight's poor. But for some reason, the zombies simply growled at me. It didn't seem like they intended to attack. Not just that, we've been the host all along.
Whoa!
They grabbed hold of me forcefully and started dragging me somewhere.
Hey, let go! Where are you taking me?
Oh no, I guess now we're gonna be the host. I tried to free myself, but none of them were budging. Realizing that resistance was futile, I surrendered and simply let them pull me wherever they wanted. The 6 zombies dragged me to a classroom on the 2nd floor where they tied me down to a table.
Let me go. What are you trying to do?
This didn't make any sense. I would rather I would rather they just devoured me. This weird sense of purpose they were showing filled me with a terrible sense of dread. An unpleasant feeling ran over my body as I saw something ghastly crawl on top of me. I remember seeing that thing with its countless wriggling tentacles before. Not a Gi larva. It looked like a slightly different version of the Alpha 2 Queen.
Of course. The Alpha 1 that Darumi was keeping in a bottle.
Alpha 1 was a female spawner that parasitized live bodies. Could that be what she was planning to do?
No. Stay away from me. Stay away! Stay away! Ah!
I fought back desperately, but all my efforts were in vain. The bizarre entity forced my mouth open and slithered inside. Evil Takumi origin? Where am I? I found myself standing on the roof by myself without any remembrance of how I got there.
Never mind. No need to think about that. Once the omnidirectional attack begins, I'll be wiped out along with that thing.
Just then. My head nearly split apart with an excruciating pain. I tried to hold my head, but my body refused to move. It wasn't listening to me. You seem to be in pain. An unknown laughter echoed throughout my head. You know who I am, right? You saw me just now.
To you, I am known as the Gi Queen.
Well, what did you do to me? I've infiltrated your mind by passing through your nasal cavity and up inside your skull. My tentacles are now connected to every single cell in your brain. That's why you can't move freely anymore. Now I've become one with you. I have total control of your body. What's your objective? What are you going to do with my body? My objective, you ask? Well, you see... Slasher route. History repeating. Oh, interesting. So I what? History repeating. So we're actually already in the slasher route before we take action or by kicking or not kicking, sorry, by shit, what is this option? I guess I hover here. Dodging the attacker, jumping out the window. This definitely implies baby doesn't get saved. Well, so I'm wondering if the baby would even be harmed by the flames. You know what I mean? If the baby is creating the flames, not to simplify it, but like if Charmander were to like ignite the entire world on fire somehow magically, well, Matt, you know what I mean. Just for the hypothetical, I'm assuming Charmander is perfectly fine, right? I mean, it's possible. It's possible. That's what I was curious about. If the queen is potentially the one that just jumps back into the start of this timeline or whenever the slasher route begins, or is X, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming, right? The queen would probably have control of Takumi's body and powers. So everything leading up to the kicking the attacker is the slasher route. Well, if the missiles are both destructive, like they're both, I don't know. We may have to see how that turns out in a better route, in a route that doesn't involve us, like having absolutely everything like go wrong, if you know what I mean. All right, let's go back to this real quick. Tiff, are you good for one more decision? The get into the escape pod and Kyoshio probably stays behind route. I'm thinking this will be pretty fast.
An omnidirectional attack will launch in 300.
It wasn't even worth a thought, because if we wanted to survive, we had to get on the escape pod. We might even be able to shut out all the zombies if we got there quick enough. I'd already grabbed her hand and started running before my mind reached that conclusion.
Run to the escape pod, Kyoshika!
Ugh!
Ugh!
Out of my way!
We got nearer and nearer to the escape pod while dodging a continuous stream of attacks from the zombies.
Get in! Now, Kyoshika!
I immediately pushed Kyoshika through the pod entrance. We might just make it. I tried to climb into the pod as well, but... An excruciating pain spread across my right foot. When I turned around, I saw that the zombie Takemaru had grabbed onto it, was holding me back with his incredible strength.
Damn it! Let go! Let go!
This is where the holy Jumanji sword, you know, would be real handy right now. Just cut off the leg. I tried to kick his hand away, but instead of loosening his grip, he only tightened it. Bro.
Sir Takumi!
My attacker continued crushing my foot, the pain almost making me lose consciousness. But I had to at least make sure Kyoshika got to return safely, as I was gathering up all the last of my strength to do just that.
What? Kyoshika!
Kyoshika flew out from the pod entrance, pounced on Takemaru, and held him down in a double shoulder lock. He responded by letting go of my foot and grabbing onto her instead. I stretched my hands out to pull her away, but...
Kyoshika!
Her body slipped through my hands and she fell back down to the ground along with Takemaru. Over. This is just like the feel guilty ending.
No! Stop! Stop!
The zombies descended on Kyoshika like a pack of hungry wolves. I wanted to leap to her rescue, but she couldn't even stand because I couldn't even stand because of my foot.
Special Defense Unit members, please board the escape pod in the schoolyard immediately.
Go, Sir Takumi. No, I can't just leave you here. Hold on, I'm coming. I tried to crawl to her, but I wasn't making any progress. I lost all sensation in my lower body. Move, hurry and move.
Live for me as well. Promise me you will.
The escape pod will be launched soon. Caution. Cockpit door now closing.
Kyoshika!
So I was really hoping we get to see what was on the moon. Kyoshika's last wish. Okay. So the plan the next time we play, I really, really hope this will be a short route right here. But we'll decide to not to kill Nozomi, and that would... It's going to be a lengthy route, isn't it? It is, isn't it? I think this might actually become another ending. But that's a real screwed up situation. I'm assuming, like, Kyoshika dies at this point. Kulala probably hates us afterwards. We lose the faith of, like, the other members as well. I mean, I hope it's a short one, because, yeah, I don't know. I think we saw the most interesting thing that we could get from this route by seeing the queen, seeing Alpha 2 or Alpha 1 instead of Takumi there. What else do we need to go back and check? Jump out of the window instead. And I doubt I'm gonna want to do the meat route again, or not again, but like that much further or whatever. No, is it the invader route we need to complete? Or no, we need to do the meat route. Yeah, I don't want to do the meat route anytime soon. So after we get through the other part of the slasher route, we'll probably go back to this route and actually see where the story lock is. So, not to reveal your secrets. I want to remind everyone that this was the choice I thought was this is like the gut choice we went to back when I was just playing the game, doing what I thought was best. Seems like the least cursed route. Yeah, I mentioned invader route. So, all right. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you guys later.